Honestly, I'm glad that you were able to do it because like I wrote it down, and I'm like, I want I want you, and
Of
like I
course.
literally I feel like anytime like I see you, I quite literally feel like that's like, all right, you're on the right track.
There's a
Like,
story here. There's a
yeah.
story here.
So,
Oh my goodness.
all right,
There's
my
always a story to
question
tell.
for you today.
I hope it's something that I'm like knowledgeable on. I'm so
No,
anxious.
it is. Like it when I wrote it, I'm like, this is you. And like
Okay.
before I even like saw you the other day, I like you came to mind. So I'm like, okay, I have to either call him or text him or something. And then like by fate, like I saw you.
That's
So
kind
I'm
of
like,
amazing. I
oh
love
my
that.
God.
I love that. Okay,
Um,
okay.
okay. What what is acceptance to you?
What is acceptance? I think I feel acceptance to me oftentimes is more so an action rather than I think just like a state of mind. I think acceptance is being able to sit with both comfortable and very uncomfortable experiences and feelings, but not letting that define the relationship of whatever you are trying to come to terms with. And I think, yeah, I like that. I'm gonna stick with that.
Okay. Like, would you say that your acceptance kind of like floats in different areas of your life, or is it just like one part of your life is a part of acceptance?
Um, I think it's a constant state of of acceptance. I think right now where I am in my life, I feel like I'm recently coming to terms with accepting that I do just I think thrive in ways that other people that other oftentimes aren't normalized or expressed. And I think that specifically for me, I feel like being a queer person, being a black queer person, there's such like an emphasis on dating and like they're needing this constant need for intimacy and just like needing to have like this quote unquote other half.
Right.
And I just feel like I'm at a point where I'm like, not for me. Like I'm really comfortable with just like the idea that like maybe the whole like long term love like this other I have my like twin flame isn't for me. And that's not to say that I still can't experience intimacy in other ways. It's
Right.
just that the idea or like me getting coming to terms with myself and being like, girl, you're real different and not everybody gets it kind of thing. But also just like, I don't know. I don't need having to accept that I don't need the same things that the masses need, and that doesn't make me any less than, or it doesn't make it less like of a priority. I would say.
I agree. Like on the way over, like I was like asking myself the question like what is acceptance to you? And like trying to like not gauge your answer, but like gauge a decent answer as far as acceptance as a whole. Like where does acceptance fall into my life? Like as far as like dating, like I absolutely agree. Like I feel like at this age and the stage that we're in, you have to have certain things. Like and if you don't have certain things, it's like maybe you're either you're failing or you're behind or you're a late
Absolutely.
bloomer. And it's like for me, I kind of had to like really like sit down with myself and like figure out what is it that I want versus what I see everybody else have or say that I should have. And it's like I see that a lot of people are unhappy with what the masses have or what the masses say that they should have. And like being single at this age is like it feels more like it's necessary, it's needed because like I can't, well, it's not to say I can't, but it's not in the cards right now to like navigate life with
Mm-hmm.
somebody. And as far as like with sexuality, I feel like acceptance is one of those things that it took me a little bit. I struggled with it because I didn't know. I don't want to say I didn't know, but certain things just weren't like on the forefront. Like I just, pardon, I liked what I liked, and I felt like the acceptance part didn't really come from other people. Like I wasn't afraid of being accepted by other
Mm-hmm.
people, but more so like struggling with myself and like trying to figure out, okay, well, do you like women?
Right.
Do you like men? And it's like I came to it and it's like I like what I like, but I more so I love women and I love the relationship
Mm-hmm.
that comes there. Like even if it's platonic love, like I like how centered it is and I like how safe I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And like even though it's more so for me to be alone, I feel like it is, but to accept that it's like it's kind of hard.
Absolutely.
It's so hard. Like again, like just wanting. I love love.
Same.
Like love
Like, oh,
love,
it moves me. Like,
but it's like I don't feel like people can relate to love in the way that you or I may like desire love. Like people, they don't, they're not there yet
mm-hmm.
to love you in a way that you want or just understand how far you've come with love.
Absolutely. And I think that's like probably the big thing is like I'm at such a place of just peace with myself and like what you said like they don't a lot of people don't know how to love me and
Right.
like that's not like a fault of them. It's like I'm not gonna say acquired taste, but I'm a learned experience. It takes a lot
Okay.
of tribes and tribulations to really get me, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I'm currently at a place where I'm like I don't have the bandwidth and the capacity to go through trials and tribulations with
Right.
somebody else right now in the way that I know is necessary to creating like a relationship in that way. And that's not to say that I'll never seek out love again, but it's just to say for right now, for like what Kass of 26 years old needs, like a partner is just like it's a lot of work. Dating is a lot of work, and I'm just so like in like this very like self-serving era right now, and that's how it I has always been for me. But I think now it's like if something comes along my way, me just being myself, they'll be probably pick up on, oh, this is like a tall order, and I'm gonna have to put in a lot of work
Right.
if this is gonna work. And like that's not to say that I'm unrealistic or that my expectations are unreasonable. It's just that like I've been through a lot of bad situations, so now I know what I'm deserving of, what I'm capable of, what I can handle. And like I see like my other relationships in my life and they have now modeled for what my expectations are in my dating relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's probably the biggest thing is like I have friends that would literally die for me. Like I'm at a point where I genuinely have people that I like will take to the grave with me. And it's like if I don't think if I can't quickly pick up on you having the potential and like you having the ability to match that to in some way or the necessary ways that I need, then it's just we shouldn't waste our time. And that's not like to say that someone else that person isn't deserving of love. It's just like it's not deserving from me.
Oh, I
Like
literally I write Sunday papers every Sunday, and last week I wrote that like we are not responsible for what other people deserve from others. We're
yeah,
more so responsible for what they deserve from us.
yes, like I only like my 20s are almost up, and I know like we shouldn't put a time frame on things, but I feel like it's hard not to in this society because like we're constantly compared to our peers. But I think right now it's just like I see everybody chasing like the whole like wanting to start finding their soulmates, and I'm like I'm still young in turn. Like I just finished my masters. Like the checks are clearing. Like I'm having fun. Like my needs are being met. Like I don't know. It's just like and like even like and I'm sure someone's gonna be like, oh, but like sexually, blah blah blah, and I'm just like, the sexual needs are also being met. Like, gotta get out of this mindset that it has
Right.
to be with this like one long term partner. It's the only way you can receive intimacy and sexual pleasure. Like, I'm not in that like shame mindset anymore either. Where like I think where like I feel confined to getting. certain desires and needs met exclusively from like the traditional ways of how they should be met. Like I'm very non-traditional with how I go about seeking my needs.
Right? Like I I can't say that I disagree. Like cuz there was a point in time where yeah, like all right, I'm not with anybody right now. I still again, I got to be met,
You
right?
know?
But for right now, like with me, I don't know, like I feel like I did that part
Mm-hmm.
even when I didn't like express it so much. Like I
Mm-hmm.
did that part and it's like now I don't even think it's relationship wise. Like I'm not opposed to it. Like there was a point in time where I feared. I
Mm-hmm.
feared relationships because I felt like it was and it sounds so shitty, a jail stint. Like I felt like it was
Mm-hmm.
like a prison stint because
But
like you said, like
that's how society builds it up to be sometimes, and you hear about people's experiences, and it sounds like
and it's
prison.
is that like with hearing that and then like hearing and also seeing
Mm-hmm.
how relationships they take tolls on people. Like you
Yes.
see the appearance change, you see like the weight change, you see like just everything kind of changes about a person and they don't really love the same way. Like
Mm-hmm.
I would say like I don't think of love in a more naive way like you would think when you're a kid,
Mm-hmm.
but I still have that like that sentiment still with me. But like right now it's like if love is here, love is here. If it's not,
Absolutely.
then I know like people they kind of put like a stigma around self-love
Mm-hmm.
and honestly you shouldn't because
At the end of the day, you go to bed with yourself. Like you're
you
all
got to
you
be with yourself
got.
for the rest of your life. And like I've I would say not fallen in love. Like I don't really like the term fall in love
Mm-hmm.
because you willingly walk into love with
Yeah,
somebody.
it's intentional. It should be.
And like I've loved many people and I feel like sometimes when it's not reciprocated or
Mm-hmm.
it's like unrequited in a way, then it makes you not want to love anymore or like you get scorned from love. It changes
Mm-hmm.
your perception of love. But like right now, I feel like love is sort of like the driver, pardon, in my life
Mm-hmm.
and any kind of love really. Like it
Absolutely.
doesn't even just have to be relationship kind of love, but like familial love, platonic love, and I would love to be in a relationship because like I feel like I could
Absolutely.
give so much, but I feel like the people that I love or have loved, they they weren't there. So it's like it kind of like hindered me from wanting that because I couldn't have this
Mm-hmm.
with you. I don't want that with anybody else because then
Mm-hmm.
now I have to go through those
Oh.
constant cycles of kind of not starting over but continuing this journey in this cycle of love.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't know. Like
I feel like love is kind of it's always a work in progress. Like you learn new ways of how you show love, and you I feel like at the same time you learn new ways of how you prefer to be loved, just being in relationships, like you said, like familial, platonic, whatever. And so I feel like it's not a bad thing that like as you like go through life, like your expectations of what love is to you
right.
shifts. I think it's crazy that we're also talking about this because oh my god, now I have to do a little throwback moment. But
Okay.
there was a time when we were in English class, our it was Miss Farnsworth,
Okay.
and we had to write poetry. And I want to say the poetry was about love, or we just had to write poems in general. I think you did love, and I think it was so gaggy. I can't remember exactly what you said, but you started with love is and it ended with is love or something like that, and it
Right.
had and like we were all like 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds, whatever. And so I remember like it felt like a mic drop moment. Like you could feel like the air just like leave the room because it was so breathtaking. And so I think this is just such a full circle moment that's probably like my core memory of you,
Right.
I would say. And now like here we are, and I'm like, this is like now a new core memory. That's just sorry.
No,
Tangent
seriously, like when I
moment.
say like anytime that you and I cross paths, like even if it's not like on a constant or consistent basis, it feels not, I don't want to say childlike, but it heals like that inner child in
Yeah.
you, and it makes you
It's
feel
familiar.
like if it makes you feel so good, like
Mhm.
when, like even from moments like that, like writing about love for all these years, like
Mhm.
whenever someone asks me like how long have you been writing, and like I only talk about like me writing books, and I'll
Mhm.
say like, okay, well, I wrote and released my first book 7 years ago, so
Mhm.
like only 7 years. But then when I think about it, like it's
Mm-mm. Give
been
yourself
so
more than
long,
that.
like to like have so much experience with love,
Mhm.
and then like versus the actual act of love, I kind of like look at love as, okay, I had some failures because, at the time, like, okay, this relationship or this like situation was
Mhm.
going to be the end all be all.
It
And
wasn't.
it wasn't.
It
Like,
wasn't.
it changed so much. Like, my first relationship with a girl was like, it was new.
Mhm.
It was so
It's
new.
scary.
It's so fucking scary. Like, because again, like, you're still teetering the line of, okay, well, what is like, what's going to be the perception of me? Like,
Mhm.
what's going to be like, am I different now? Like,
Mhm.
what's the change? And I felt like in that moment, like, of course, like, dealt with the heartbreak from that. But then I'll never forget, literally, I was in my dorm room, and I think the official breakup, like, I was
Mhm.
like torn. Like,
Mhm.
I was in my room for a week, literally a week. And I have this friend from Minnesota. I love her so much, so much. Um, she she pried me out of my bed,
Good.
like
Oh, she's a
literally,
real one.
like banged on my door, like and
Yeah.
at that time, like it was like she was living her life, I was living my life, so it
Mhm.
was like we'll see each other on campus, but then again, you still got your life going on, I got my
Right.
life going on. But like she was like, one day, like I had the urge to like come down here, and like you opened the door and like you look like shit. You look like shit.
Oh, she was real.
And she was like, no, every day I'm coming down here, same time, every single
That
day.
part.
Every day she got me out, and she was like, you've been cooped up in this room, and it's like, yes, you're experiencing your emotions and all that stuff,
Mhm.
but it's time to get up, get some
Yes, we
air,
got shit to do.
go touch some grass. Like,
Right. Don't
so
be scared of the grass.
literally.
Don't be scared of the
So
grass.
I will never forget, I heard, fuck, what is the song? um
What year? Where we what's the time frame? Where are we at right
this
now?
was 2018.
Oh,
Big old freak.
big old freak
Big old freak.
by my girl,
Big old
by
freak.
my girl.
I
She's
listened to
coming
that
back soon.
song. I listened to that song front to back, back to
Sideways,
front, sideways,
upside down, even.
every way. I listened to it a good 10, 15, maybe a million times.
Mm-hmm.
And it like rejuvenated something in me.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah, like that happened in love.
Good.
And
Tina Snow
now,
will do that to you.
and that's what it was. Like, and then I listened to the whole project, and I'm like, okay,
Got it.
like, yes, you got your heart broke, you experienced love, a
Mm-hmm.
phase of love, and it wasn't
Oh, I
the
like that.
end.
Yeah.
And it was like, I told myself, hell no, I'm never doing this again. I'm not doing this again. Like,
Little did you know.
little did I know. And it's like going forward into, maybe not, I don't want to say all being relationships, but
Mm-hmm.
having emotional ties to people and being vulnerable was like sort of like the turning point
Mm-hmm.
of my view of love. Like, you can decide whether or not you want to give people that vulnerable side of you, or give them in increments,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to expose it, you have to show it.
Absolutely.
Like,
And not everybody's gonna be able to digest everything you have to offer like right away. And so
Right.
some people you do have to spoon feed them a little bit, not because they can't handle you, but it's just like I know for me in my experience in a lot of relationships, like I've gotten so good at patience now, but
Right.
me then, what
Right.
patience was not a thing. And so like I feel like I would be like, I'm so misunderstood. People don't get me. Like, what is the problem? Like, everybody's the issue. It's like I'm just being myself, and everybody has an issue with it. And it was like I was like, wait, so no,
However,
if
comma.
right, if everyone's having the same experience, maybe let's look a little inward,
Accountability,
you
I
know?
love. I
And
love.
I was like, am I properly communicating myself as best as I can be? And also, do these people even understand the language that I'm speaking? You know? And so I was like, whoa, actually, like, I know myself for sure, but not everyone speaks this language. Like, not
Right.
everyone's gonna get it off rip. And that's not because they're not capable, but it's because, like, I am like a first time experience for a lot of people in a lot of different ways they did not expect. And so you sort of have to teach people how you want them to show up for you. And that's not to like say to train them, but it's like if they don't have someone similar in their life to them already,
This is new.
this is very new for them. And I'm
Right.
oftentimes a very new experience. And not in like an egotistical way, but it's just like in a very like I speak in a way where people are like, "Oh, you know exactly what you want. You're very intentional with your words. Like you understand your feelings really well." And I think at the same time I understand other people when they don't understand their feelings. So I have a lot of grace now to be like, you're not gonna get it yet. Like you're not gonna get it on the first listen or the second listen, but give it a couple run throughs and then it'll start clicking in your brain kind of thing.
I
And I
think
feel like that's what has benefited me now is like being like, wait, me losing what I was talking about. That's kind of funny. Now I lost my train of thought. I'm so mad. The plane got
it's
me. It's the
okay.
autism. I was like, oh, that's it. That's all she wrote. But yeah, I don't know. Like you said something that I really like because my dad always says it. And you were like the act of love, and my dad's always like his big thing is like love is an action word, and he's been saying it my whole life because a lot of people are just like it's an adjective, like it's a defining like a feature or like it's how you describe something. And I'm like, no, it's like how you love genuinely is like your is seen through your actions. It's felt. It's like not just like a state of mind. It's very much do your behaviors match up to the things that you are saying kind of thing.
I agree. I like I said, like writing about love, like you can if you ever read my books, like you'll understand like my yearn for love. Like I may seem like love is like an optional thing or it's something that I can be without. Love is a driver.
Mm-mm.
Like love is very much it's an action, but it's also when I look at love, it's for free. Like
Absolutely.
my respect is something that you earn, but love, like you can't help that. Like
It's a basic necessity.
it's basic. Like love is something that it's included in the package. Like
Absolutely.
everything else is sort of sold separately, but love for me, like being raised on love, like I know that a lot of people aren't raised with
Mm-hmm.
love. So it's like you said, like I'm an introduction to a lot of things for you. And I think what happens in a lot of situations or relationships that begin to bud but don't fully bloom is because that that gap, like you were raised off of something else and I was
Mm-hmm.
raised off of love, or
Absolutely.
you were raised off of love and I was raised off of simple survival or just
Absolutely.
simple connection
Or just like
where
you do this for me, I do this for you. Like it's transactional
it's
kind of
very
thing.
transactional and it's not ever personal. So like what I feel like with me and what kind of gets me a little frustrated with love that sort of is always in, like that's budding but never blooming,
Mm-hmm.
is that I give love. So me giving love, I expect, and it is bad to have such expectations because then you get disappointed. But
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
feel like the love that I want is the love that I give. And then also like looking, like you
Oh.
said, looking inward, like what kind of love are you giving? Like,
Correct.
are you giving the kind of love that's pushing and motivating a person to want to love on their own, or are they just like feeding off of the love that you give to
Mm-hmm.
kind of like recharge them for the one that they are waiting
Oh.
for?
Oh.
Like
No, don't do me like that.
so no,
Don't do me
seriously,
like
like when I
that.
write about love,
Mm.
I quite literally like look at where I am with love.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like starting out having this, I don't want to say little girl mindset of love with like fairy tales and all that. Like
Mm-hmm.
growing up, I didn't know love from a man.
Mm-hmm.
Like my father wasn't there. So like I didn't know love from a man. Like of course like I had uncles and cousins
Right.
and things like that, but like to have love from a man was like kind of triggering and kind of scary, but like there was always women around, and they kind of, that
Yeah.
nurturing love that they gave me was like, okay, I can, I think I can do love.
Mm-hmm.
So then when I started like liking people
Mm-hmm.
like in our kid age, it was like, okay, this is cool. But then when I got to high school, it's like, okay, I'm gonna be intentional with
Mm-hmm.
my love. And granted, we're still kids, like it's still a fear. Then
Absolutely.
getting to college, it's like, you know, getting your heart broke. Like I remember like my beautician at the time, she's always gonna be my beautician, even if she's not. Um, we would always have these talks. Like I would love our appointments
Mm-hmm.
because it would be, I'm like,
It's
let
like
it
free
go.
therapy.
It's free.
Like it's a package deal.
I get
That's the best.
something and I get to like release. And like she told me, she was like, you know, your first heartbreak or your first few heartbreaks, they're needed. Like they're
Yeah.
so needed because they open
Yeah.
your eyes. And like she told me, and like it stuck with me. Don't you ever be afraid of love. Like so then when I went away to college, like I had a boyfriend and I told him, and I take accountability because I said that I didn't want to be in a relationship. Still got in one,
Oh,
but it
at least
really
you were
like
honest.
it fucked me up a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
and then I think that started. Okay, well, no, I'm not doing relationships anymore. Dated my first girl, same thing. I'm not doing relationships anymore. But it's like that desire to want to love, it keeps you going because then you meet somebody. All right, I want to try this with you.
Correct.
Like,
Oh yeah. You're like, now I have the tools. Now I know better. So now this will
let
be
me do
so much.
better.
Yeah.
Let
Very
me do
that.
better. My like recently my therapist was talking about like the spaghetti theory.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Take me there.
you can try something and have a bad experience with it, and that's it. Like you'll have people say, "Oh, well, but you haven't tried mine," and it's like, no, I tried it. I don't want it
It's
anymore.
okay.
I don't want it anymore. But it's like you find yourself when you are called to do it again or to try it again, you will.
Mm-hmm.
And like maybe you'll have a better experience, and if not, like you can say that you tried.
Correct.
Like
Absolutely.
I think love is really like a trial and error,
It is for sure.
but then also like you can't help who you love. And I hate like when you love someone, you have to accept the fact that if they're not there in their life to receive love that you want to give, it's not that you have to stop or pull back the love that you give. You just have to find new ways to love them or to meet them where they are.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of people, I think, struggle with that because they internalize that, oh, if I can't love you or if I can't show up for you the way that you need, then there must be something wrong with me.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with you. A lot of, like, 99% of the time, I feel like when relationships don't work out and when like one person leaves being like, damn, I could have done this and I could have done that, and it's like, no, you did everything you were like within your means to do. It was just like that person just was not prepared for what you were like willing to deliver and offer, and that's okay. Like we don't need to like every bad experience does not need to be a negative self-reflection of us. Like sometimes things just don't work out for us. It is what it is. We had a good run. You tried it. Like it's your first time on this planet. Like like you're going, like you said, like relationships are trial and error. Like my first boyfriend, I dog walked that boy. We dated for 4 years. I had a lovely time until I didn't. And then my next relationship, that was like my first love, and he put me through hell on earth, and that brought me to like my rock bottom. But it also is like at the same time, it's my favorite relationship. Broke my heart, destroyed me. Like I felt like nothing after. But now looking like on the other side of it, I'm like so grateful for that relationship. It taught me so much about love. It taught me like how I want to like advocate for myself when I'm trying to experience love, and just so many like little lessons that when you're in it, you don't realize it. The lessons don't feel like lessons. It just feels like hurt. But now looking back, and now it's funny because now he just recently reached out to me, kind of thing, and he needed advice because he was going through like a situation. He, it's really funny. I like dog walked my very first boyfriend. My next boyfriend then dog walked me, and now my current ex, that boyfriend, just got dog walked by his boyfriend, and now he's reaching out to me for advice. And so it's kind of just like
A domino effect.
it really is. Like you gotta get. It's like people just feel like they gotta get their lick back, and then it's like, or actually, it's the polar opposite. It's like you know what you did. It is what it is. Like fine, and then you just like Harmon just has a way of like just showing up when it comes to love, and I kind of love that. Like, am I happy that like my ex boyfriend had to go through like a heartbreak and now he's reaching out to me? No, but it's also like I'm grateful that we're now in a position where he can reach out to me because he realizes the hurt that I went through at the hands of him, and like it's like damn, I'm going through a hard thing. I know you went through a hard thing. So I put you through that hard thing. How did you survive this kind of thing? And I think that's both so jarring,
Yeah.
but also just so like I'm happy that I'm at a place where I'm like, okay, this doesn't bother me. Like this, like it's like you're using your resources. Like good for you. Like yeah, I am the person to ask actually. Like I do have good advice for this situation now. And so I don't know. Like it is a lot of trial and error, but like I've come to not be fond of the errors when they show up, but just to like let them happen. Not saying like I'm actively seeking out making mistakes, but like when they do erupt, they don't. I don't let them consume me nearly as much as I used to. Like a mistake can just be a mistake. You just learn from it. You go and move on. Yeah, good for me. Wow, that was like a lot. That was just like a moment for me.
I don't know.
Uh,
Let me double check your boyfriend. Is it clean?
no. How long ago? How would I know?
Press the back button. Yeah.
Good thing you were filming. Oh, she's
Okay.
on.
Yes.
The mic is on. Oh, I
The
hope
mic is on.
the mic is on. I hope. Do you get that reference?
I hope.
Oh,
Wait, no, no, no. I hope. I hope.
I
I
hope
hope
the
that it
mic.
caught it.
I hope the mic is on. No,
The
the
mic.
mic is on. The people are gonna get it. Like
Let me see. I'm
that's
trying.
funny. I think, and I'm gonna speak to my people because I think they're the ones who oftentimes don't hear it. But I think that it's that as you chase this grind culture, like constantly feeling the need to level up and improve yourself, I think you have to remember that celebration and like getting to revel in your achievements is equally important. And I think oftentimes people get to this state where they're looking around and there's nobody at the top with them. I feel like a lot of us get to like the peak of our fields, whatever that may be, whether it be art, whether it be politics, whether it be just like education, whatever it is, we like excel. Whatever we do, we excel at. I will say that like black people excel at anything they touch. But I think oftentimes what we forget in that is that like because of the society we live in, like oftentimes it's just us. And I think it can be very hard and it's easy to fall into this trap that like nobody gets me, nobody understands without being like a lot of people are working just as hard as you, but they're just simply not reaping the same benefits as you. And it's not because you're doing anything better or they're doing anything worse. I just think, unfortunately, there is room for all of us, but like we're very like competitive rather than getting in this state of just like holding the door open, you know? Like you see it like with fashion when people like someone will do something and it'll be very influential, it'll go viral, da da da. Then someone gets inspired by that and they're like, oh, I want to do that, and or like I want to dip my hand in that field, and then someone will do something similar, and suddenly you're seeing the think pieces and you're seeing the, well, so and so did this and you didn't credit them, and like this clearly has so and so's influence, and it's like that's our whole culture, that's our whole brand is being
Like,
influenced
yeah,
by what came before us.
everything comes from something.
You know, like it's 2025. I'm sorry, respectfully. It's a very rare occasion where somebody is the first to think of something, and it's not to say that you aren't original. Like, do whatever you're doing, like as long as it's authentic to you. But also understand that there have been hundreds and thousands and millions of people who have come before you who have also had original thoughts. You know,
Right.
and just because you're not always seeing it and it's not always popularized doesn't mean that someone isn't having a very similar thought to you. And so when you get to the top and you're like, well, I was the one of a kind, it's like, no, you're actually like, you are one of a kind, but also like a lot of us are very similar in ways we don't often like get to see, because they don't let us get to experience that sort of community in a lot of the spaces that we would like to see ourselves in, kind of thing. And so I'm just like, understand that like you can chase your goals, you can chase your dreams, you can be the most successful person at whatever you want to do, but if you have no one to celebrate with when you have those moments, and they can't make it because they have to work their second job or they have kids to take care of or they just have things going on, it is not because they don't care, it's not because they don't want to show up for you, it's not because they're not making time for you, it's just that not everybody got it like that, and that's just like,
Right.
you know, like it's just not, and it's not to say like that it's not fair, but it's just currently how things are. And I just wish we would give each other more grace for when we're not able to show up for everything and every time. Like some victories do happen in silence, and they happen just you. And it's just, it is what it is, you know? Like I graduated my master's, nobody in my family, nobody cared. And I was like, I'm the first bitch in this with a master's. Like, what are y'all talking about? Kind of thing.
Like everybody should be happy.
You know, and it's like, and then like obviously you come around Christmas and I'm like retelling. I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, like I got my master's, and like they're all so proud. And I'm like, why didn't I go to graduation? And it's like, well, you weren't gonna come, you couldn't come. Last time I invited you to something, you didn't show up, so I got in the habit of just knowing you're not available, and that's okay. You know, like I'm not mad if someone can't show up to my victory. Like I still won. Like I'm still good. Like it's okay. And so I'm just like, remind yourself to look back and make sure you're like lending a hand, if, like when you get these victories, and make sure like when you're resting and reveling in your achievements that you're like, take that time to also make sure that those other people are good who you would like to celebrate with, and maybe just stop and ponder, damn, why haven't I been able to I've had all this stuff going on and no one to like celebrate with, like why is that, like, you know, like I don't know, just
I appreciate conversations like this because those people up there, those people back there, like they're all having conversations that we'll never ever get a chance to like know what they said, and it's like those deep connections that you make with people, even if you've known them for a good chunk of your life, or even like you met them yesterday, like they bring something to the table that you can gain or you can take from. Like I would say I needed to hear that, like a lot of victories, but not all, but majority of your victories are going to be alone. Like, and it's not because people don't want to be there for you. Some people don't, but
for sure, those people do exist. We all have ops.
Yeah, like you'll have people like that, but you have a good amount of people, even if it's just a small core or a small front row. And literally, I wrote this Thursday morning, that it's important for you to have a front row, but they have to have something to support. Like,
absolutely,
you gotta believe in yourself first, and with you believing so much in yourself, if you're the first in your family or the first of your group to do something, you don't have a blueprint. So you're kind of winging it, and you're being the pioneer for your bloodline or your friend group or whatever it is that you're a part of, and it's like you're not starting with something to like work off of. Like there's no footprints ahead of you, and if there are, like, you know, you're following them, but then again, like, am I enough? Am I fitting in that footprint? Like things like that, like, is all in like how you operate and like what's up there in your mind.
Oh my God, can I add to that?
Mhm.
Because I think that's so funny. Because like I think that's the thing is like when you're the first in your friend group, it's like celebrating achievements. Like if they've never been celebrated themselves, they have no idea. Usually that happens during childhood.
Right.
But if they didn't have you, because usually your first supporters are your parents. Like if they did not have parents who cheered them on, even for like wiping their ass all on their own
Right.
kind of thing. Like a lot of kids just like never. A lot of people never get like celebrated for like the little things when they grow up. So then when they have people around them and they build these new relationships, they don't know how to celebrate other people. So then we get upset when we don't get the reaction we want, and it's like the big victories seem like nothing, and it's just because they don't know, like they don't know that they're supposed to like. It's like I always parallel it to people who don't like care about their birthday, and I'm
Right.
like, no, this is a big deal. Like you're alive for another year.
Right.
Like a lot of people don't make it to whatever age it is. A lot of people don't make it to that, and like you're here. Like that is something genuinely just existing is something to celebrate about.
Mhm.
And I have like most people in my friend group don't care about their birthday. Actively either don't like it or just very neutral about it. And for me, like birthdays, number one holiday of the year.
Important.
Like so
yeah,
important.
You should feel so like
Like
there are birthdays where I remember I spent my 24th birthday alone.
oh,
And
that's the one.
I think that right there was like the transformation of accepting that a lot of big things in your life, even if it's just, I don't want to say just a birthday, but even if it's something like your birthday,
Yeah.
these are some things that it comes all into play with that self-love. Like I know like people have, and even myself being guilty of it at a point, like having that stigma around self-love and self-preservation
Yeah.
is like it's a pity almost.
Yeah,
But
it's like
when
it's
you
okay to be proud of yourself.
when you look at it, like you, again, we said it, like you're gonna be with yourself for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like doesn't matter who's in your corner, doesn't matter who's in your front row, whether you have kids, whether you have a spouse,
Yep.
dog, whatever, you're gonna be with yourself for the rest of your life. So you should celebrate yourself before anybody gets the chance to.
Exactly.
And like I'll add to celebrating yourself, like I feel like a lot of the time we sort of reject ourselves before anybody gets the chance to.
Yeah.
So-
me just having a body reaction. To
No,
that.
seriously, like
Yeah.
I think about that so much. Like people are very negative. Like you know this. Like you come across very negative people, but it's like when you are, I don't want to say naturally positive, but when you come to terms with the fact that, hey, like I put all this energy into a negative thought, and it's like, damn it, like it blooms into something much crazier than what I thought, versus, all right, I don't put that much energy into a positive thought because it's gonna fail. Like you have more hope in failure than you do in success. So it's like just like pushing yourself and then celebrating yourself is key. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think it's because I think also it's because unfortunately I feel like we have more reference points for failure because failure is so glamorized in our
Right.
society. Like we have shows called Top Epic Fails. We have YouTube compilations of people making mistakes and we laugh at it. Most social media things that we see that are funny, not most, but a lot of social media trends that are funny are usually at the expense of somebody else kind of thing. And so I think it's just like it's become almost like we become conditioned to like knowing what failure looks like because we see it so frequently, and way less frequently do we see the mundane being celebrated, and like the things that should probably be more celebrated don't go celebrated. So we like start to, I think you just start to notice that less. It's like it's easy to have blinders onto something when you're only being shown a very specific thing constantly. And so like, yeah, like, because celebrating yourself is so simple. I think people make it sound like this grand gesture, It is so simple. Like it can be as simple as just like treating yourself to a very simple walk. Like sometimes
Right.
I just have to just go outside. Like just going outside. I'm like, wait, this is major. Like I needed this after I just had like a very like stressful week, and it really just like
It took you out.
it did genuinely. So for me to really be sitting here, I'm like, whoa. Me going out and talking and having like a human experience right now when I'm like just like angry at the world for the cards I was dealt, I'm like, yeah, good for me. Like I'm happy about that. Like this was like the victory. Like I am like going to celebrate it. Like I'm very proud of myself. It's like I don't know. Like it's just so easy, like you said, to just like just already just like reject yourself. I'm so quick to do that
Literally,
kind
like
of thing.
I recently like walked away from like the long-term job of teaching,
Mm-hmm.
and it was gonna be like my third year of teaching English, but you know, again, the cards weren't there, and it's like it's okay, like.
It's okay.
But for the last like 3 years, and I'm so glad that I got a chance to do it. Like every year, every set of students that I had, like within like the first couple of days of school, maybe like the first day or second day, I have them write a letter to themselves for their future selves, because who you are in this moment. So say if we're in September, you're not going to be the same person when we get to June, and like
That's hard.
you're going through different phases, and it's like you should set yourself up for all of the successes that you're going to have, and still appreciate what you do have. Like and I told them, you know, every year I write a letter to myself as well, and it's like not everything in that letter gets accomplished, but a majority of those things get accomplished. And I feel like when I read my letter last June, I'm like damn, like
You're like, oh, who was that?
you're new, like you're new here, like, and it's like you don't realize how much you change and how much you shed. Like
oh yeah,
I say,
heavy on the shedding.
it's the season of shedding, because again, like I think I wrote a couple of months ago, like we're like trees, like trees don't get upset that they lose their leaves.
Right.
Like they know eventually next season I'm gonna have some, or next 2 seasons I'm gonna have leaves. I'm gonna have something to celebrate.
Like I'm gonna regrow. Like
I got a chance
I will
to
not
like
be wilted forever.
experience what it's like to fail, but then again, I'm in a cycle, so every cycle is basically a 360. Like you're gonna keep coming, you're gonna keep celebrating things, and you have to be grateful. Like a lot of kids, they didn't know what it meant to be grateful, and it's like to be a person to teach you that, like even the small little things, like you get to wake up every day, you get to come here, you get to come anywhere, you get to go anywhere that you are, and it's like
you get to be in your body and no one else gets to. Like this
nobody
is
gets to experience
like
what
that.
you do.
You're having a very unique experience in a very literal sense that no one else is going to be able to speak to. Like you are like the truth seeker. You are the person who makes the final say on that. Like whatever you may be going through, and like people don't just realize just how much like how powerful that is.
It
like
feels good. Like
you
that,
know.
when I say like when I asked you about acceptance, like that's what I mean. Like, are you accepting where you are? Like, not just with the person that you are, but the person that you become, the person that you were. Like, if we were to talk about our childhood, we are 2 totally different people from that
Break that
childhood,
up.
but we are also evolved beings from who those little beings
Oh,
were.
absolutely. Because if you saw a picture from me then, you'd be like, okay,
Like,
this is the same person.
You're
Like-
the same person, just evolved and more
Absolutely.
yourself, and you accept what's around
I've
you.
changed.
Like
For
you
sure.
changed, but then again, like I'm me. Like I went through my phases, I've went through my shedding, I've went through my acquiring. Like I've done all of those necessary steps to be who I am today.
Absolutely.
And I have to be grateful for that, and I have to be appreciative that I'm where my feet are.
Yeah. You're
Like,
taking my line.
I'm where
You're
my
taking
feet are.
line.
But I will say though, like you did speak to a part of me, that my hard part that I don't say out loud, and it used to be I need help. Now I can say it, because like I know you can get far with just yourself,
For sure.
but you need people. And like anytime I have a moment where it's like, okay, I want to do this shit by myself, I always listen to New Apartment by Ari Lennox. And like at the end she's like, oh my god, I need people.
Yeah.
Like that speaks to me. But then like now it's the forgiving part. Like I don't know, or me, I'm learning to forgive people. And for so long it was like, no,
It's like all or nothing.
like I can't do it, I won't do it, shouldn't do it. But it's like now, like giving grace, like I learned about giving grace last year, but with the forgiving portion I would say your forgiveness is sort of contingent upon the person that, okay, I acknowledge my fuck up, and all right, I'm gonna work on it. Like there's no discussion, I'm gonna work on it, because if it's not me working on it just for you, I'm working on it for me. Like I'm gonna experience this again with someone else, if not you. Like lately it's been, I can be graceful to people, but my body sort of closes doors. Like
Absolutely.
I forgive you.
You set boundaries.
And it's like for a lot of people that's not okay. Like
yeah, a lot of people don't like
they don't like boundaries, and it's like when I say closed doors, like I'm not shutting you out as a person, I'm shutting out the behavior. And I feel like when you say, you know, this is the result or the consequence of your actions, a lot of people get triggered by hearing that, because it's like something that's unhealed within them. And it's like, I'm not reprimanding you as a child.
No, absolutely not.
I'm reprimanding you as an adult.
And also, we need to remind ourselves that consequences, the whole point of a consequence is so you like can learn from the behavior, and then so you can do better the next time.
Like I'm not
it's not punishment. Like it's not a punishment.
I'm not gonna take out my belt and beat you.
I promise.
I'm not gonna do that.
We are not our parents. I promise.
I feel like with a lot of people, and like you said, like it stems from when they're kids, like not being celebrated, not being taught a bunch of things. But I feel like after a certain point in your life, and a certain time in your life as well, you have to unlearn a lot of the things that were okay then. Like the forgiveness part, like my mom always taught me, like you have to forgive and forget. And like the forget part I can't do. But recently I was watching a woman talk about working in neurology, and she had her patient write down something that he couldn't forget, or something that, you know, was a struggle for him. And like she did an entire study on his brain. He wrote that he couldn't forgive, and like for all these years she's looking at how if forgiveness is a problem for you, your brain is not going to grow, because you're stuck in this time period that no longer exists.
Correct.
So you're telling yourself the same story over and over and over again, and it's like you're not allowing yourself to gain new experiences, or, you know, be in different parts of your life. So like
it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point.
A bit. Like to forgive a person, like I had to learn, I'm not forgiving you for you, I'm forgiving you for me, so then I can move on with my life.
Absolutely.
And hopefully, again, with that door being closed for you, you can acknowledge, okay, yeah, the consequence is that I'm no longer in communication with this person, like I no longer have access to this person. Absolutely. In whatever way. And it should, I don't want to say force you, but it should enable you to want to be better for yourself and for those that are to come after me or after whomever.
Right.
But forgiveness is my hard part to say out loud.
I think that's fair though, because I think also forgiveness can be hard, because especially if a person doesn't want to grow,
right,
kind of thing. And it's one of those things when it's like, some people don't have to be forgiven, because it's also like, you're not going to be in my life anymore.
Right.
So I can just not like you, and it's not like I'm wishing ill will on you, but But it's like I can have negative feelings about you, and like, and
You
it's
left a
as
bad taste in my mouth.
yeah, genuinely, like real tea. Like you left a bad taste in my mouth, and I don't want to like continue this. Like I don't want to continue the relationship, so I don't need to forgive you. Like why would I? Like you know. And that's not to say like I'm not forgiving you, so now I have to have animosity, and every time I think of you, like you take up my mind. Not that, just like it's just like not forgiving, having animosity, and like having resentment towards people is a normal human emotion.
Right.
Like I can both have resentment towards you and have forgiveness for you and for the things you did, whatever that may be. But that doesn't mean that it's like negatively impacting me. Like we can hold multiple feelings about people, and so some people just I don't think are deserving of forgiveness, and that's not to say that I wish them the worst. It's
I
just
wish
like,
the best of nothing.
yeah, like, and some people it's like I want this relationship to continue, and so even if you do me wrong and I may struggle at the time to forgive you. I feel like I also know that like this isn't like I don't want this to be the be all end all, so I know I have to learn how to forgive you because I do want this relationship to continue. Because like I struggle to forgive too sometimes because I'm really like you do me dirty, girl.
But you know, like for me, it's like, and it's not to cut you off,
And
but
you're
like
okay.
I don't want to replay that you did me wrong, but it's like it's so hard to unsee. Like I was telling someone last week, like people know what they do.
Absolutely.
People know what they do.
I'm saying this right now. Yeah. They really
People
do.
know what they do, so it's kind of hard for you to do the whole forgiving and forgetting because it's like, okay, you did something,
You hurt me.
you hurt me, and it's like instead of acknowledging that and wanting to be forgiven, a lot of people don't. Like they don't care to be forgiven because they stand by
What they did.
they
Absolutely.
stand by it.
I think, you're gonna hate this answer, but I feel like hurt people do unfortunately hurt people, and that's
Yes.
not to excuse it by any means, but I think that's when it becomes a matter of like, this is when like I feel like the accountability has to come into play,
Right.
and it has to be a matter of, am I going to not say I'm like okay with being hurt by this person, but more so it's like, okay, you did hurt me, I have to come to terms with that, and ideally in a normal like relationship, and not like a romantic one, but just like a normal relationship where you do get hurt and you have to forgive someone, like if it's a healthy relationship, they're going to want your forgiveness kind of thing. If someone doesn't want your forgiveness, that more so speaks to their character, and you probably shouldn't have them around in the first place. Because if you are communicating that, hey, you hurt me, kind of thing, even if they didn't mean to, the normal thing should be, okay, if this person cares about me, even if they didn't mean to hurt me, they don't want me to still be hurt, so they should want me to, like, that we should be able to come to some mutual agreement. If they don't want to, that just speaks more so to their lack of character. And at that point, you have to make a decision for yourself, like, oh, this person doesn't want my forgiveness, and they're not willing to accept that, like, I'm willing to forgive them as long as they own up to their actions and they don't want to. So be it. Just you're chopped. Like, it's fine, you know? Like, we gotta have discernment for people. Like, the people that aren't wanting our forgiveness probably shouldn't be people that are in our lives, you know? Because you're going to, unfortunately, like, the reality of the situation is, in relationships, especially ones that, like, are very healthy, you are probably going to hurt people you care about, and it's not because you're trying to hurt them. It's just, it's a part of the human experience. Like, we do things sometimes that do, unfortunately, have negative impacts on other people around us when we don't want it to. And it's just a matter of owning that and being like, damn, I didn't mean to hurt you, but I care about our relationship more, so I'm willing to put in the work. Those people that don't want to put in the work, next, X out the life. Girl, don't keep them around, because then they're going to keep doing that same thing, then you're going to have nobody else to blame but yourself. Like, unfortunately, bad people exist. Like,
I think that's like where it is. Like, you love people so much, but like I said earlier, like, the respect. If you don't respect me, it's not a reflection of me. Like, I remember
it's not.
I had a friend who, at a point in time, like, I get, like, you were in a very, like, fucked up space, and with a lot of mental things, like, they do take a toll on yourself, but then in a time, you don't realize that it's taking an effect on everyone else too. And if we've gotten through depression together, we've gotten through pretty much, I don't want to say everything, but
Hard shit.
we got through hard things. We've done hard things before, and it's like, all right, now you're in this new space in your life. It's like I start to treat people poorly, and when people are saying it to you, it's like, no, I don't ever think I'm an exception to you treating someone else poorly, because eventually it's gonna be my turn.
Absolutely.
Like, it'll be my turn.
Absolutely.
one way or another, and I can't think, okay, well, damn, like, I'm not gonna be treated badly because this is my so and so. It's like,
No.
okay, this person meant something to you too, and you treated them poorly. So it's like I said, like, that door got closed, and I went forth in my life, you know, wish them the best, and it's like, okay, and I remember, like, talking to my mom about it. She was like, you know, they'll come around when they're ready, and it's like, again, not being that forgiving person or having that ability to forgive them, like, no, like, they won't. They can, but no, like, that door is closed. So then I want to say maybe earlier in this year, maybe I got a message, and it's like, you know, it's I don't want to say an apology, because I never really look for apologies when people do me wrong, because apologies are sort of like band-aids for me. Like, they last for a little bit, and then you're back to doing the same shit. Like, it's either it's gonna fall off or it's gonna stay, or, you know, whatever the case is. But, you know, the apology came in, and it was like, you know, do you forgive me? And it's like, I forgive you for me, because I've moved on with my life. But I also, the forgiver in me is that if I had to do it all over again, I would do everything that I did for you again with no problem, because your way of being and your behavior is not a reflection of me. And it doesn't take away from who I am as a person. It hurt me, and it made me see you differently. It's like when someone's a messy eater and they always wear new clothes. Like, you would think that they would do their absolute best to, like, protect these new clothes, but it's like they come with that excuse of, you know, I can wash it. Like, it's like you want to keep with your bad behavior or your bad habits
instead of just, like,
you don't want to change.
putting a little napkin down.
You don't want to change. So it's like, when you forgive a person, yeah, that's my hard part to say out loud, and I'm learning that when you forgive a person, it's not for them, it's for you. And it's like, if, like the saying goes, like, if a person wanted to, they would, and, like, we apply that sort of, like, just to love, but I think that goes through it all. Like, if you want to be forgiven,
You'll show me you want to be
you'll
forgiven.
show that. Like,
you'll show up for me in ways that you didn't before.
You will show that, and it won't be a constant, like, tug of war of,
Absolutely.
okay, well, I'm gonna justify what I did. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna justify what I did. Like, I can't have that. Like,
I think it's also one of those things when it's like I feel like you can fully forgive someone's actions and fully never forgive the person.
Right.
Like, you did this bad thing, and I'm forgiving that, and I don't think you're a bad person. But that does not mean that we can now continue forward. I've just, like, moved on. Like, I've healed from it, I've grown from it, it hurt, the wounds have healed over, like, the scab over, I'm fine, kind of thing. And I think that's also the thing, is like, I don't know, give yourself permission to not forgive everybody. Like, you're allowed to. Like, you'll learn eventually, like, if there's, like self-reflection taking place, and it sounds like it is, it's like, you'll learn very quickly, I feel like, when you should have forgiven and you didn't, and kind of thing. Now you'll pay those consequences, whatever those consequences look like. Doesn't mean it's a negative one or a good one. But I think, like, but you won't know, obviously, till later. But I'm learning, I feel like certain people I definitely could have forgiven sooner, and it would have probably been to my benefit. But also, that's not what happened. That's not where I was at that point in life, so I didn't. And so now, like, that relationship is not what it could have been. That's not a bad thing. It's just that it didn't go, in hindsight, how I would have liked it to. And I don't know. That's valid. Like,
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's something, like, I needed to hear. Like, that's something, like, I feel like when you have conversations like this, Like, I don't. One thing I do not do. I do not give people advice. Like, I refuse, because I feel like if you come to me for advice and your mind is made up about something, and I say the opposite of what you already have your mind made up about, you wasted my time and yours, because you didn't really want to hear what I say.
Absolutely.
But I feel like when you have conversations like this, it's like you want to say certain things, but it's like someone else is the mouthpiece for it. Like,
oh yeah,
like, I want to say it.
Baby, that's the whole experience.
Like, not even that I can't say it. It's like, it's not in me to piece those words together, but to hear it, like to hear a thought
affirm something you were already thinking.
It's like, oh my God, like it feels
like someone else is getting it.
You get me, and it's not like you're enabling me, and I feel like that's the problem with a lot of people. They want to be enabled, like they don't want to be corrected, they don't want to be not even affirmed, but you don't want to be invalidated. Like, that's like, I know that hate is a very strong word, but I despise when people diagnose themselves.
Oh,
and it's like,
we could really get, that's for another day, because we could really get into that. Let me tell you.
It's like, even when you're even if you're not like in medical, if you just read, like if you just read and you work with certain people,
yes,
it's like,
because a lot of people are giving themselves diagnoses. Actually, I'll give a disclaimer, and my disclaimer is, I understand a lot of people do not have access to getting a diagnosis for things, and so especially in the Black community specifically, they oftentimes, because of medical racism, because of systemic racism, people do not have access to healthcare. Black people being the most unemployed, employment usually being how you get access to healthcare. I get it. Not everybody can go and get a diagnosis. However, here's the thing. You cannot insert a diagnosis to fill in for bad behavior, and that's not to say that you don't also have that diagnosis, but I think it's two things. I think you can have a diagnosis and be a bad person, but I also think you can just be a bad person and have no diagnosis.
You just
like,
want something.
It's a bit ableist almost to insinuate that your bad behavior is attributed to some diagnosis that you just don't have. Because then you're saying, oh, everybody who has this diagnosis must also be exhibiting these behaviors. And that is not the case.
And you want to be excused for it.
Because not every single, autistic person is socially awkward. Not every single person who, has eczema has flaky skin. Like, not everyone is sharing the same attributes. So we're not going to do this whole, one-size-fits-all thing. And people love to do that. And it's like, no, putting the diagnosis, makes you escape accountability, and I don't like that. And lately, it happens so much. Everybody, and a lot of people probably are neurodivergent. It's a spectrum. There's a sudden uptick. Everyone's autistic. Everyone's on the spectrum. Everyone has ADHD. I do believe most of us probably have some mental illness for sure. This society would definitely do that to people. Absolutely. To the degree that everybody is speaking to,
no.
It just simply can't be true. And if it is so many of us, then maybe that speaks to more so that the society that we have established for ourselves is not conducive to how our actual psyches work. You know? And maybe that's too big brain for the people, and they're not going to get that. But I'm just saying, if we really all are whatever we say we are, maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You create your world.
Absolutely, and you can live in it by all means, but that does not mean that the world, unfortunately, is going to adjust to that. Like, your reality is very much yours. You are right to live it however you so fit. But that's like me going around being who I am every day and thinking that everyone is going to get it and understand it and be accepting and be welcoming of open arms. That's just not how the world works. That's not to say that I don't want that word to exist, but we have to walk and chew gum. That's not how things currently work.
I'm gonna call it that. Walk and chew gum.
Baby, we gotta, we just have to. And so, I don't even know how we got here, but that's just really activated me.
No, seriously, I feel it's the enabling. That's what I meant. Like, you as a person, I understand, yes, you want to have these conversations with your person or your people, and you want to be able to say whatever is on your mind and not be corrected for it because you're just doing a brain dump.
Because you're brutally honest or whatever.
I don't believe in that. Like, I don't believe in the, oh, I'm blunt. No, you're fucking rude.
Correct. Like honesty can be soft. Like, and you can
It
be.
don't gotta be that harsh.
I promise it doesn't. Not for people that you claim to care about.
When I have, and with all friendships that I've had, like, especially like with adulthood, I haven't had many like fallouts with people, and the ones that I've had fallouts with, like, they weren't dramatic on my end.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I don't want to say it in a way of, oh, like I was careless and it didn't affect me. It did, but
Absolutely.
I don't feel like when you do something wrong or if you say something wrong, you shouldn't be able to be corrected. You shouldn't be able to have a moment of clarity. Like, everybody does, even me. Like, I'll say something that, again, it may hurt your feelings, and I feel like, oh, I can just say, oh, I was being honest. No, it hurt your feelings. So regardless whether I was being honest with you, it hurt your feelings. So yes, I have to be a bit
intentional with how you express things.
I have to. Like, I have to be sensitive with, I have to be empathetic to
yes
you, and I got to be empathetic to your feelings. But with a lot of people, like I said, they want to be enabled so much, and it's like, instead of you being upset at what I'm saying, you're upset about how you felt. So it's
or
like,
how it made you feel.
You're kind of like disregarding what you need to hear versus what you want to hear. And it's like, okay, you didn't hear what you wanted to hear, so now we're at odds.
That definitely is, I think that's a child thing. That's a childhood thing, I feel like. Because a lot of the time, oh my God. Oh, I just had such a good thought. I'm so mad. Because I feel like a lot of the time that's what happens with, like, when you're growing up and it's like, you get the too sensitive things, or like you said, like, I'm just being honest. And it's like, I'm not too sensitive. It's just like, you are doing a terrible job, or a poor job. I'm not gonna say terrible, a poor job of communicating it better.
Right.
And if this is the only way that you can transfer this information to me, and I'm expressing that that's not gonna work for me, that's a fault on you. Especially when I'm saying, hey, this is how if you're gonna critique me or like call me out on something, this is how I would like it to be done, and then you then go and don't do that, and you disregard it. The message no longer matters. It can be the most important thing that I need to hear. It can be the cure to cancer. But if you are not going to articulate it in a way that is going to be digestible to me, while I'm actively telling you these are what I need just to understand you, and I want to understand you, then I can't do anything else. I'm putting in the effort. I'm expressing to you, this is how I process this information. This is what I need from you. And it's, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of an ask. I'm not saying like that you need to do this for everybody. But for me, I'm going to need you to do this thing. And then at the same time, it has to be, if you can't do that, how do I get you to that point to where you can? Because I want us to be able to effectively communicate one another. I want to receive your criticism because I value this relationship. Like, I don't want to miss the point, because no one benefits from me missing the point. Like, if you're frustrated with something I'm doing to you or something I'm doing that affects you, I want to understand, I want to learn, but like, get me there, you know? Like, it's a give and take. Like, it can't just be entirely on like me figuring out. Like, I feel like a lot of the time my mom, like when I was a kid, like she would want me to like immediately know how to do something without showing me, and I'd be like, this doesn't make sense to me, like I don't understand, can you explain it differently? And she's like, no, this is the only way. And it's like, no problem only has one solution.
There's always another way.
You know, like 7 billion people, almost 8 billion people on this planet. I know this problem is not unique to me. I know other people have overcome it different ways. We gotta figure those ways out, you know? We gotta spitball, we gotta brainstorm, because it can't be, there's never one way fixes something. And it's just like, I'm so solution-based that it's like, that's when the patience box in, of like, a lot of people just like, don't have time for the trial and error, and that's where I thrive. It's like, we're gonna figure it out, we're gonna figure it out.
Work on this.
Like, we have to, like, I want this to work, so I'm going to put in the effort to work. Like, it's hard, but it's laborious. But like, if you want something to work, you're gonna put the time and the effort in, and it's not easy.
Like I said, like I didn't have many experiences with like fallout to people where they're like, oh, so like dramatic where it came to like blows.
Yeah.
It's really like I'm in a space where, and I feel like I've been in this space for a very long time, where I can tell you something, and with me telling you something, I don't have to repeat this thing. I've addressed it, and I've made it clear that this is the kind of person that I am. And granted, you might have known me to do something different. In this space, with you and going forward, this is the kind of person that I am. So if I'm being shown anything that isn't reflective of this person and how this person is going to react, then no, you and I are no longer in a space of, I know alignment kind of sounds like regurgitated amongst people, but like we're no longer in alignment because we're not compatible anymore, and that's okay. Like, I don't want to say like I outgrew you or you outgrew me. If we outgrew each other, it's fine. Like, I understand that. Like,
There's no ill will.
There's no ill will. Like, I always want the best for people, even if I'm not needed in your season. If I haven't been needed in your season,
it is what it is.
Forever.
I'm not taking that personal.
I never take it personal, but I feel like with me not taking it personal, if you take it personal, I'm not understanding. Like,
that's not on me.
That's not on me, but I'm not understanding.
Unfortunately, that's not my responsibility. Like
I can explain it to you. I can't understand it.
Absolutely, and it's like I understand. I guess I could understand. I understand like when someone like if we have a deep relationship and you expect it to everything to feel personal, sure. But at the same time, like I can only control me and my actions. I cannot control how you consume me, perceive me, see me. Like I can simply do what I do. Anything beyond that is entirely on you. That's not to say let me like walk over you, like whatever. But it's also just to say I'm not going to conform. I'm not going to adjust to bring you like comfort, especially when I know that comfort is at my expense, and it disrupts me.
Get
you know?
Out of my head.
Like
get out of my head.
We can both exist. Like we can actually hot take. We can both be the main character. It just we won't be in the same plot. Like it is what it is.
I was like literally like I said, like consuming so much media across platforms and like following so many different people. Like I think also the things that people listen to, the things that people indulge in, it's very much reflective of how they go about their relationships and how they what's the word that I'm looking for? How they engage in their relationships.
In the maintenance of those relationships.
The maintenance, like if I'm not needed in your season, if I'm not where you are anymore, like if this is something that still is exciting to you, it entertains you, and that doesn't entertain me anymore, I don't feel like I dislike you for engaging in that or indulging in that.
I'm not yucking your yum. Like
I'm
have
not
at
doing
it.
any of that. Like when it comes down to being a main character in a relationship or in relationships, you and I can both shine. Like
absolutely.
When you achieve something, your win is my win. Like even if I'm not doing that thing actively, like your win is my win. I have to applaud you for even attempting something that, again, I'm not at a capacity to even do that thing.
Like I could never do that thing, so good on you. Like you
did something that's for you, and I have to, whoever I am to you, I have to appreciate you for even attempting to leap and to fly.
Absolutely.
Like, and the fact that you did fly and you soared and you did all these amazing things, again, even if that's not where I am in my season, I'm still a viewer to that.
Absolutely.
And I still have to, like, especially like in friendships, like, again, if I'm in your front row and I'm not dunking the ball, if I'm not doing the touchdown, if I'm not doing those things, but it's you, again, I have to be what happens in the front row,
Absolutely.
and vice versa. But I think that
I'll still cheer you on. I'm still gonna give you your flowers.
It's never it's never reciprocated to a fault. Like you said, like a lot of your wins are going to be solo. But what I don't like is that you have to experience your wins, your downpours, your just utter stagnation, stillness alone. Where again, I'm here, pardon, for you through your seasons. I'm here through your shedding. I'm here through your your regeneration, like your move. I'm here through it all, and it's like, okay.
But unfortunately, like that's no shade. That's like life. Like
that's life.
Unfortunately, I gotta stop saying unfortunately. Like I'm someone where I really resonate with. I really like. I'm in the same boat where I feel like most of my best relationships in my life, and these are all kinds of relationships, like friends, family, whatever. My best relationships that I've poured into have been ones when I've built people up in such a way, we've had such strong bonds, but then we hit a point where it's like, I gotta just like let you do your thing, like you're now capable, like you can do all the things, like you don't need me anymore. And like that's kind of like the tale as old as time for me, is like me showing up for people, me being like the person that constantly pours into them, keeps them growing, keeps them thriving or whatever. Not to say that they're not doing it on their own, but that I really show up for people. And then it almost feels like it's like routine that I fix people, and then I'm like, now you're good, you don't need me anymore because you're working again, like you're back on the horse, like you figured it out, like you now have these new skills and getting to know me because you watched me and my consistency, my discipline. You saw that, oh, if I could do it, then you could do it, and then you emulated that, and now you don't need me anymore. I feel like that's like my entire story, and I used to get really beat up about it. Like, damn, like I feel like I'm constantly being discarded after people get to the good part. Like I don't get to feel like I get to celebrate these little moments with people, and like I feel like my circle's small and like whatever. But I've come to just know that like I have such a like plentiful like fountain of love to give for people and support to give, kind of thing, because I feel like I've gone through hell and back 3 times over type shit. And so I'm like, I know how bad things can get, and I know what the difference it makes to have someone, even if it's just one person, consistently show up for you. And so like, it's kind of one of those things when I'm like, not that it like I love the feeling, because I don't. It is unfortunate sometimes, but it's like I like that I'm the person that like when people speak about me and we no longer talk, they do only have good things to say, and those things are like Kass showed up for me consistently. KT did all these things for me. Like me and KT had such a good run. Like there were no bad moments. Like we had bad moments and we overcame those things together. Like I've never been pushed to such like I didn't know what I was capable of until I met KT type kind of thing. Like knowing that that's on like usually how people refer to me is in a past tense used to really grind my gears. But I'm like, they're thriving, they get to share that with other people, I'm still doing fine, like nothing was taken away from me. And it's one of those things when it's like when I want the relationship to go beyond me just repairing them, so to speak, like I communicate that, and like I will put in, I know that if I want something like that to take place, then how I operate has to be a little different, and it's going to be a little less, it's going to be more hands-off, me letting them just go through the motions. I can't be the person that's constantly pouring to them. Like sometimes your cup is going to be empty, even though I know that I can help. It's like I'm gonna make sure that you don't die, like you're not going to be dehydrated, but at the same time, like you can't have my juice, I'm sorry, like you cannot have my juice right now. It's no shade, it's no tea, there's no ill will, like we can't share, like, you know, like I'm gonna put like it's like when the plane's crashing, I'm gonna put my mask on first before I put yours on. That's just how secure me first. Yeah.
I think for the longest time, it felt like, well, let me say this. We're sort of like trees. Like we bear fruits that, with us bearing these fruits, we don't consume those fruits.
Absolutely.
Like, those fruits are not for us, and I know, like, that's a shitty thing. Like,
But also, someone has to take care of the tree.
we get rain. Like,
That's true.
we get that nourishment of rain. We get the shine of sun. We get all of that. We don't consume our own fruits. Like, we can generate this fruit. We can pass on this fruit.
We can create new things out of that fruit.
We can create new things, but we don't get to experience those fruits. We can only see what those fruits give to people. And I feel like, yeah, you have some shitty people who come by just for the harvest. Like, they don't come by to nurture. They don't come by to just like, they don't come by to see, you know, the growth of the tree. Like, but they know that that tree is there. They know that
they know where to find that tree.
They know where to find it when I'm in need. Like, I know how to find the well. I know how to get water from that well. I know how to get sap from the tree. Like, I know how to do all of these things when in need, because I know that it's gonna be produced.
Right.
But it's like, when it comes down to doing that, like, self-work, I feel like a lot of people, they use you as a crutch. Like,
absolutely.
And it's not like a woe is me kind of thing, but ultimately, like, I don't want to be the person that I'm just here for your nourishment. And then it's like, okay, when, all right, I'm like hunched over, or like,
you can't lend the help you can.
I can't do it. Like, I'm in a season of shed. Like, it's like, okay, well, I'll see when the harvest comes back around. Like, it's like, damn, like.
It is a shitty feeling, but I feel like also it's about knowing. I just had a good thought. I feel like it's about just like understanding like what got them. Like, I feel like people do think, like we said, everybody knows what they're doing, kind of thing. And I feel like for the people, and this is like the radical empathy I think clocking in. It's like for people that only show up for the harvest, I feel like you then have to ask, why do they only show up around this time? Like, especially if they've consistently done that, damn, you still need this. Like, you still
need it.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're still coming to harvest. Like, there's plenty of other trees, there's plenty of other fruit. Like, why is it me that you keep putting back to, kind of thing? Which also clearly shows, unfortunately, they still haven't figured it out. They have not figured out how to grow their own fruit. They haven't figured out how to take care of themselves in the way that they need. And so, if you're gonna keep producing the fruit, and they know it's gonna be there,
I don't need to do it by myself.
You're right. You don't.
I don't need to do it by myself.
You don't. People should be coming and people should be making sure that the tree is good, that the tree is healthy. I don't disagree with that, but those don't have to be the same people.
Right.
I feel like, and how people pour into the tree isn't gonna be always in the ways or show up in the ways that we expect it to. Like, we would like it to be from the person who's also taking, you know, because that'd be most ideal. Because then it's like, if you know, it's like renewable. It's like you're giving back to what you take, kind of thing. But unfortunately, sometimes it's going to come from other streams, other outlets, other avenues, and that's not a bad thing as long as the tree is not dead. As long as the tree does get to keep bringing that nourishment every single harvest. And so I think it's one of those things when it's like, if it doesn't disturb or disrupt you providing that to whoever or to like whatever, and it doesn't take anything away, as long as you know your needs are being met elsewhere, is there necessarily harm done? Especially when you know that you can prepare for when, like, you know when harvest is coming, so you know what you have to do for when that time comes around, when those people come around, kind of thing. And so after a while, it's one thing for it to be a one-off, because then you're almost never prepared for that kind of thing, and you're just going through the motions. But if it becomes I feel like a pattern of behavior, we have to start to control the things that we can to make sure that we are still getting what we need when we know that like the taking will be coming soon, kind of thing. If that makes sense. I think.
Honestly, like, I think one of the hardest parts though, like, with that is that it goes not just in friendship, it goes in familial, but it also, like, again, it all comes back to love for me. Like, I feel like with that, being someone who is a giver, you're not gonna always be a receiver. Like, that's the hard part for me. And it's like, I don't do things to receive. Like, I don't want the credit. I think people, they die over credit. Like, you're not.
Yeah.
You're so like hungry for credit that you die from it, and it's like, okay, you got the credit, now what?
Right. What's next?
What's next? Like what can we keep building off of, and not collecting our credit, but like, what can we build off of from just doing what you did, doing it again and doing it again and again? Like with love, I feel like it becomes so unrequited because people, they get it from you, and it's like, I feel like you're getting it here. Like, you're getting that love that you look for here. I feel like, especially with dating women now, a lot of them are not, like, they're not there, like, and it comes back to the acceptance.
Explain that. What does not there mean?
Like, for a long time, like, I questioned, like, okay, like, I don't too much care for a label, like, and going into like sexuality, like, I know that there's like, I don't want to say levels to the shit, but like,
there's
levels
there
to the
is
shit. Like,
there's a learning curve for sure,
and it's just so much where it's like, okay, for a long time it was, oh, like, you know, I'm bi, like, I like men and women, but then it's like, I can't stand it, like, like, and it's like, it's also like a safety thing. Like, I don't, like, I felt safe with one guy. Like, granted, like, I had 2 boyfriends, but he wasn't even a boyfriend, and I felt like very safe enough to wanna, like,
which you're deserving of.
Yeah, like, to wanna love you in that way, but it's like, I can't, and
It's hard.
But like, it moved, like, probably like 2 years ago. I'm like, I know what it is. Like, I know I don't feel safe with men, but I'm gay.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, girl.
Okay.
Welcome to the club.
Like, okay, like, people be gay. Like,
people do be gay.
People be gay.
People
Like,
be gay.
okay.
Period. Yeah.
But
And now you're having to learn it all over again, and that's scary.
when I say, like, people are not there, like, they haven't come to that realization with themselves, and it's like, I can't force you to accept that. Like, I know, like, there's like this thing on TikTok where it's like, it always comes up on my For You page where it's like, we always talk about DL men, we never talk about DL women.
We don't, baby, we sure don't, and they out there.
It's like, okay, like, I don't approach people, like, like,
we're about to get into it.
It sounds like, it sounds like very, like, I guess, like, cocky in a way, but self-asserting, like, I don't approach people because, not like I don't fear rejection or anything like that. Like, if it's a no, it's a no. Like, no is a complete sentence. But you have people that, like, they'll come to you because they get a sense of comfort. Like, I've always said, like, and I don't know if I've ever told you this, but when I go to have children, like, I would hope that you would do me the honor of being their godfather. Like,
stop! Of course.
I would love that.
I'd love
like,
that.
But you have this sense of, like, comfort, or like, you give off this certain thing that they're looking for, and it's like, you are not the representation of where I want that to come from. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get it from here, but I'm gonna keep, like, sort of denying myself of what actually is coming from here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna keep coming to this pear tree because I don't really like pears, but, like, it's good. Like, like, you like pears.
You like pears. It's okay.
You gotta, like,
it's okay. Like,
it's okay. But
you don't have to know. You don't even have to know why you like pears. It can just be something you like.
You don't, and that's where, like, when the acceptance part comes in, and, like, the first girl that broke my heart, like, I don't want to say we'll never ever speak in life, but if she ever watches this, like, I think she knows who she is. If not, like, you know, okay.
I mean, the boy that I talked about definitely knows who he is.
Like, she was the first person to ever say it to me. Like, she was like, "You're gay," and like, you know, in that,
Oh.
you know, kind of
I
not
get
really
her.
caring about what the world is gonna think, but like, you know, just that struggle with yourself. Like, I don't think so. Like, I think I just like you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, okay, going forward, actually going to be in a healthy relationship that to me ended very soon, um, and sort of unfinished in a way. It kind of opened my eyes to like, yeah, like you're gay. Like,
Yeah, I think also though, you're not giving yourself enough. Well, you definitely are giving yourself grace, but I feel like also we're like ignoring so many outside factors, which is just like how we grew up. Like we were
Yeah.
we were not growing up in some environment where it was like gay, gay, gay. Like it's okay to be
Yeah.
gay. Like, you know, like that just wasn't happening. Like all I know is like I feel like I tell everyone I came out in third grade. Realistically, I probably came out maybe like a little later. But third grade was like when the first time I got called gay, and I didn't have a problem with it, and everybody called me gay. And I'm not gonna get into third grade because that was a whole different time. But I
That was
feel
so
like,
fucked up.
but I feel like it's one of those things when it's like, yeah, of course it's hard for you to accept like this aspect of your identity when every time it's brought up in environments around you, it's been one of those things seen that we're not going to talk about it kind of thing, and it's not addressed. And I feel like our whole entire friendship, I probably never even explicitly said I was gay to anyone my entire time growing up, and obviously everyone knew I wasn't denying it ever, but it was never like you were never hearing me say, yeah, I'm gay. Like I had all my girlfriends, like my best friends were you and freaking. I'm not gonna actually say the other girl's name. I'm not gonna say the light skinned girl's name.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking
Yeah.
about. I do. Okay. And so, and it was just like we were such a like in hindsight that was probably the gayest friend group I had ever been in. Like when you look back on it, I'm like, are you kidding me? The writing was on the wall. We just
The
didn't have a
calls
word.
coming from in the house.
No,
like,
genuinely, and we just didn't have a word for it. But like I look at pictures, like there's a picture of us, and I'm doing a full-on split. You know what picture I'm talking
And it-
about?
honestly, so like in, I think it was 6th grade, and I quite literally, the boy's face is coming to my mind. I cannot, like, for the life of me, like, get his name together. I remember we were, I think it was out at, like, recess time. And, no, it was during gym. Because we would go out into the field. It was,
I remember this.
he kept just saying something, and I'm like, all right, bro.
I had ops.
I will fuck you
I
up.
had ops. Like I had ops, and I
will
didn't
fuck
even know
you up.
why.
Like, I will fuck you up because you're not mad at him because he may be gay. Like,
Right.
so what? Even if he is, so fucking what? You're mad at him because of you. Like,
Yeah.
you might be gay.
Yeah.
And,
And
like,
you have an issue that I'm being myself, and it's being it's like I'm not gonna say it's being celebrated, but there are people who don't have an issue with it, and that
Okay.
bothers you.
Like, when it was time, I don't want to say when it was time for me to come out. Like, I didn't, like, go around, like,
no.
like, I think there's people
That's
in my
tired.
family that don't even know that I date women. They
Yeah.
probably do. I don't care. But I think it was so important to, like, have that conversation with my mom because it was like, yeah, like, like, we were in the car, like, and it was like, I want to say my junior year, my junior or senior year of college. She was like, we were in the car, like, I think we were coming from lunch or either, like, driving back here. I said, I was like, you know, I want to tell you something, like,
She knew.
literally, like, it was one
Girl.
of the smoothest things.
Girl.
Like, we were saying something else. Like, she was asking me, like, you know, you're hungry. I'm like, yeah, like, I got something to tell you, though. Like, I think I like women. She was like, okay. Like, she was like, I knew, like, I was just waiting for you to
So,
tell
like,
me.
what do you want to eat, actually?
Like, what do you want to eat?
Like,
Like,
anyway.
like, what's
I'm
on
hungry.
the palate? Like,
Like,
you good? Like,
genuinely. Yeah.
It was just one of those. So, like, when I come across women now, like, I don't want to say, like, I fall in love with every woman, but, like, I enjoy, like, the...
Oh, I'm right there with you.
I enjoy
with
what
men.
I see.
Like
even with men, like, you know, we're not fucking blind. Like,
I see
you're
a fine ass
attractive.
thing- Right. If I see a fine ass thing, I'm like, oh,
You're fine.
we should all be looking at that actually.
We should be all
Like-
seeing this. Like, are we seeing this?
Correct.
But like, as far as like women, like, I'm telling on myself here.
No, y'all got it kind of. I'm gonna say y'all got it. I sometimes get envious that I'm not into women because women are. I've like obviously to be like gay and to like men is like its own fun. Like I'm very happy to be gay. I love that. I love that. I just like do romanticize like just the sight of men. That makes me so happy. Like I'm like not mad about it. Like, when people are like, I hate that I like men. I'm like, no, I'm kind of obsessed with it actually. Like I like all the good and the bad parts of it. Like,
But that part right there, like, that's
like
where,
I'm okay with it.
That's where, like, it's a telltale sign because you're gay, girl. Like,
Yeah. Like women are stunning.
you're gay because, like, and it's not even like to like, I don't want to ever like, oh, you're gonna be gay and that's it. Like,
Right.
I said you're gay, so you're gay. Like,
But it's
no.
like, you know when you know.
You can't hide certain things, but it's like I said, like, you keep coming to this pear tree.
Correct.
You like pears.
You keep sucking on the fruit.
And
What are we talking about?
You don't have to, like, I think it's like a societal thing and like a familial thing because if your family, if they're not accepting of it, it's like it kind of rules
A lot.
everything that goes around you, and it's like, oh well, I would like to explore dating a woman.
Mhm.
I would like to explore dating a man. I would like to like just explore this person who you ignite something in me that what I've been getting hasn't.
Mhm.
But then to like come back to the things that like you give people that isn't kind of reciprocated, it's like, you know, you can get that from here, but you're so afraid of what
everybody else is thinking.
what everybody else is gonna say, so it kind of hinders you from actually enjoying the fruit that's bare to you. Like, I can't even say like it's a relationship. I can't even say it's like a situationship either. Like, I was told like just friendship, but it's like I don't feel that way about my friends. And
Oh, we're different people then.
like, I don't, not in a sense of like, you know, I don't care for you intensely, because like I can like have a platonic relationship with you and care for you very intensely. Like, I take our shit very seriously. Like, I want you to feel love. I want you to know what love feels like. But I'm saying in the sense of I don't even get platonic from that. Like, I see more with you, and it's like I feel with you being sort of stuck on, okay, I like this fruit, like I like it, but I could never go far with this fruit because I don't want society to think of me this way. I don't want my family
I don't want people to
think
judge me for liking this fruit.
I don't want people to judge me, and it's like,
So I'm gonna pretend I have an allergy. Girl, that's
what?
crazy.
And you keep going to a tree that the fruit is never good.
Right, but you love drinking pear juice. Allergic to pears, but you drinking pear juice all the time.
You're coming over here because the fulfillment over there isn't what it used to be.
Correct, and it don't taste the same.
It don't taste the same. Like, the fruit don't hit different. Like it don't hit the way that it's supposed to. And it's like, you know, I don't want to force that onto anybody. But then again, like, let's be honest here. Like, we can address the elephant in the room. Like, the feeling that you have with me and the feeling that I have with you, it's not platonic.
Correct. And it's not, you know it's not, because you don't feel the same way when you're with your platonic friends. Like, you know that you don't get that. Correct.
At all. And it's like,
You're like, this is different. Even if you don't know what it is, you know it's not. You know what it's not.
it's not that. And it's like, when I go, like, if I have a conversation like this, like, I sort of, like, I keep my dating sort of private. And I keep my experiences kind of private. So it's like, if I'm ever in a space that I've had an experience with someone, it's like, it's the subtlety. Like, I give you a nod, you give me a nod, and then it's like some people that I've had experiences with, it's like, I wish I didn't have that experience. Like, because
yeah. Like, but you know,
like, what the fuck was that?
sometimes everybody. What is the you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and is that really corny? Yeah, for sure, for sure. But as someone who will try every single fruit, all the male,
Oh, shit,
all,
no.
all the male fruits to be specific. Sometimes you just gotta know what you don't like, which means you do just gotta try a little.
everything once.
I gotta get a little sample. Have I gotten my fill of samples for the time being right now? Yeah, I'm not going on any taste test. I'm kind of good on that.
I feel like for me, it's like what stops me from even wanting to sample. My sample is the conversation first. Like when, like I would get called a whore a lot by people that I know just off of appearance, and it's like, no, like I don't sleep with everyone I meet. Like I feel like, you know, I gotta connect with you because I don't want you to think that I'm after you for your body. Like, yes, like if we're in that type of, you know, space, like, you know, you just want to try, I want to just try. Sure. All right, let's do that.
Right, and we mutually agree.
And nothing else comes from that. Great. Like, we don't have to pretend, we don't have to have the conversations or anything like that. But for me, I like to get very connected with a person. Like, I don't have to date you, you don't got to date me, but you should know the kind of person that I am. And like, I'll never forget, like, another girl, didn't date her, don't know how that even, like, how that came about.
Right.
But
suddenly we don't remember the backstory.
It, like, no, seriously, like, it was very, like, you know, oh, I've liked you for a long time.
Oh.
And it's like, oh, but you had
you were with
somebody.
So-and-so, yeah.
And it's like, okay, like, you could have just told me because, like, granted, like, you're older, like, you should be able to communicate. I feel like the reason why I call it good communicators is because everyone says they're a good communicator until it's time to communicate. But then it turned out to be like, okay, I liked you for so long and I could not say it to you. Now I'm gonna dog walk you because I didn't get what I wanted when I wanted it. Right. And now,
which ain't got nothing to do with me.
No,
like,
no, I didn't know.
How's that my fault?
So then, like, I give you, like, who I am at the time, like, and again, thank her as well for, you know, giving me, you know, a real gut punch. Like, you know, I was emotionally immature, but
which you shouldn't be faulted for.
Like, I'm emotionally
that's a normal
immature.
That's a normal human experience, you know.
You got to go through it. Like,
you don't know what you don't know until you don't know it. That didn't make sense, but roll with it.
It moved into, like, all right, I try to give you this, like, genuine conversation. Like, I don't want anything from you. Yes, you're attractive. I'm attracted to you. You're attracted to me. You don't want that.
Right.
So now you just want to try fruit.
Right. So let's act accordingly then.
Let's do that. Let's act accordingly.
Right. If we're just trying fruit, let's keep it to just the fruit then.
I'm not that kind of person, but hey, I tried to give you something different. You didn't want that. Now I'm adhering to what you
asked for.
Yeah, what you wanted. And it's like, you know, you're just after me for my body.
Girl.
Like, you're confused. I don't even want to say like you don't know what you want. You're confused. Like,
and that's okay to be confused, but be confused with somebody else.
Do that shit with elsewhere. Like,
don't do that with me, cause I'm not confused. I know exactly.
I know what I want.
I know what fruit I like. You know, I know what I want, and I think people go into things thinking that they have an idea of the kind of person you are, and then once they get access to you. And they start to experience you, it's not what they had, the expectation they built in their head of you. And so then they take that, they like poorly respond to that. and then then suddenly like whatever it may be, they make a million reasons for why it doesn't work, or why like it can't work, or like you're not who you said you are, or like suddenly problems arise because I wasn't the person that you had built up in your head, and now all these expectations are crashing down.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, like I'm a normal human person who has a lot of like errors and faults, and I'm not this like facade of an idea that you had in your head because you really romanticized me without getting to know me first. You know, I feel like that's what happens a lot of the time. It like really relationships that could be really good, you mess it up before you even really get into it, because like we build people up in our heads so highly, especially things that we desire, that once you finally get to experience that desire, it's not, I'm not even gonna say it's bad, but it's not what you expected, and because you're not open to maybe a different opinion, a different experience, and you like want a very specific thing, and you're speaking out a very specific thing, and now you're not getting that, you take it out on that person, and they were just like being themselves, showing up as the like who they are, and you just weren't prepared for that. Like, you know, you had blinders onto it. You weren't seeing them for who they were, and like that's why I can't date. Is because like, oh, well, that's one of the reasons why I can't date. It's because like people just like, I don't ever. Last thing I want is for me to be in a really long-term relationship, and then someone hit me with the this can't work because like, and it ends up just being because you're not the person I thought you were, kind of thing. Even though I was being myself the entire time, and it was just because you just had the idea of me in your head, and like you saw potential and fell in love with the potential rather than what I was presenting every single day. Like that, and like as that being my most recent experience in dating, and that being the boy that broke my heart even though I broke up with him, and like me just like feeling like scum of the earth after, it's like I know for myself I will never go through that again, and but that also means we gotta wait a little bit, because I really can't do it. Like I really have to make sure I need to make sure I really understand myself and what I want to present to the table when that time comes. At this current point in time, I don't know what I want to bring to the table, so therefore I'm not going to try to serve a meal that, you know, you don't even know what you're getting, because I don't even know what I'm serving yet. It's just not going to work for anybody. That's not fair to anybody.
But do you think like and it's totally okay like to not know, but like do you think like that not knowing is stopping you completely from like, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but if someone comes up to you and they're like, okay, well, I'm interested in where you are, like in whatever phase you are, like whatever state you are, I'm interested. Do you feel like with you not knowing and you not being prepared is what's gonna stop you from
Missing out on something?
Yeah. And I'm just gonna say like your answer is kind of like is contingent upon like my thoughts, like, so
I think that no, because when the correct person shows up, because I know me, I show up to every single room 100% me every single time. So ideally speaking, and I know we don't live in an ideal world, but if I'm being like just thinking about all the possibilities, the most ideal possibility for me and the most ideal outcome for me would be someone who, if someone did show up, that person would offer it no. Oh, I don't have, like, this person has no time to waste kind of thing.
Right.
And like, I know what I need to bring. I know what I need to throw for them to catch it kind of thing. Like, I know, like, that person is going to have a good understanding of me. Because, like, obviously I'm always going to be open. Like, if someone just shows up one day and they just introduce themselves, they're like, so, hi, I'm so-and-so, I'd like to take you out. Sure, I'll entertain it, no problem. But I am no longer allowing myself to get to a point where I feel like I'm stringing somebody on because I'm waiting to see if it's gonna, like, it might click after this date. Like, this is the one that's gonna, like, where it's all gonna make sense kind of thing. It's gonna be one of those things when I feel like I'll know and they'll know, and I'll be wanting to put in the effort to make them understand if they don't. But for the most part, at this point in time, for me, anyone who's seeking me out, because realty, not many people are seeking me out, and that's not like I'm not mad about that. It's just one of those things when it's like most people understand don't waste your time kind of
But do
thing.
you
Like
think-
I'm very I'm off-putting in a way that is self-preservation, but also just like
I would never say you're off-putting in any sense, and that's just me, because, and not even just like, oh, I know you, or I've seen you in different stages of your life, or I'm experiencing you in this stage in your life. No, like I would never say you're off-putting, because again, aside from, all right, my mindset, aside from my appearance, aside from my taste, the way that you present yourself spiritually and emotionally, I think that, and even mentally, like, it's one of those things where, even if like you said, like we started off with you saying you're an acquired taste.
yeah, and I don't think that's a bad. The thing is, I don't think there's a negative connotation with that. When I say I'm off-putting, I don't think I'm off-putting in the sense that people don't get me. I'm off-putting in the sense that to be around me is probably means to probably be uncomfortable a lot of the time,
Right.
and sitting with discomfort frequently, because that's where I thrive, and then that's when you get to see me at my best.
But that's what I mean. Like, you are, like, with you having that kind of mentality, you're not even forcing, but that's the standard. So
Yeah.
even if I don't know what I can provide in a relationship, I know what I can provide as a person. So whether we are in a relationship, whether we're in a dating type of thing, whatever our kind of connection
Dynamic
is. Ooh. Oh, yes, you are. What the?
Did you put on bug spray?
No,
Why aren't we wearing bug spray?
I don't know. I don't know. Wait a minute.
I should have brought some.
Listen, in this handy dandy bag here.
Get into it.
Ah,
Yeah.
ah,
It's important.
oh.
If we're gonna be black people outside, we gotta make sure we got on our bug spray, because they love us.
I don't know where the hell I got this from, but it's in here. This handy
The
dandy
universe is
bag.
looking out.
Here too. I don't want to say like you're, again, off-putting in the sense of you are not a good find. I don't think
No, I
that
don't
you're not
think so.
I don't think you're not a gem. I think that you have a standard, and it's not even an expectation. It's a fucking standard.
Yeah.
Where you're coming into my life, even if, again, I'm in a free state of wanting to just explore, do whatever that's going to make me happy, and the person that I am right now, on whatever stage I'm in, happy. I feel like with that standard, it's carried not just in who you are today, but who you've been over time. And it's like,
Absolutely.
if people can't get with it, it's like, okay, yes, you will hand yourself the scissors, you'll see yourself out.
Yes.
But ultimately, do you feel like with you being, I have this standard, and this standard is kind of evolving day by day, year by year, month by month, do you feel like if someone says, okay, hey, like, I understand you have firewall up right now. Not even just like, you know,
No,
a
I hear
wall,
you.
but like firewall, like you can't even fucking see it. But
For
like,
sure.
you got a firewall up. I don't even care what I gotta do. Like, I'm here.
I feel like. Oh, okay. I feel like I feel like the reason that I'm not currently willing to expect that is because it happens so infrequently, and that's not a bad thing by any means that it's happening infrequently. Like, that's not the issue. I think the issue is that for me, I feel like I exist currently in an environment that is not conducive to me.
Okay.
And so therefore, for what the ecosystem that I'm currently living in, and like the beings that have like that I cohabitate with, I'm like a foreign species to them, kind of thing.
Right, you're
And
a
it's,
unicorn.
you know, and it's just unfortunately for the moment, it just means like it's less likely for me to have those type of interactions show up in my life. So when they do, I feel like I'm like immediately like on the like pessimistic side. Not because I don't think it will work out,
It
but
just didn't come
but because it's like I don't have enough experience with it, like
on a frequent scale.
you know. So it's like I'm like picking up these tools, using. It's like when you're cooking and you cook like you only cook during like the holidays. You're not gonna get good at cooking if you're only cooking during the most stressful time of the year. You know, like you gotta like cooking is something that you have to constantly try. You fail, you try something new, you try different ingredients, whatever, and you start to figure out what works for you, kind of thing. And I feel like right now, like I just don't have enough of like the ingredients that I need like coming to me frequently enough or access to for me to have like a optimistic outlook on that. And so I think if I were to be in an environment where there were more trees like me that grew, if there were more people that were into the kind of fruit that I provide, then it'd be a different story, kind of thing, you know. But I think for the time being, I'm like neutral about it. I'm not good or bad. Do I probably lean more to like the unlikely? Sure. Could that literally change at a moment's notice? Absolutely, though, because two things can be true at once. Like, I know love. I love being in love. I know what that feels like. It's fun. It's exciting. But it's also like, I got it so good right now with where I'm at. And
Right.
like,
You're comfortable.
I'm at peace.
Okay.
I'm not even just comfortable. I'm at peace. Like, and I have a lot of things stressing me out right now. But like, I go to bed at night knowing I'm going to be okay. Knowing that like,
I'm good.
I'm good. Like,
I can't complain about life because
I'm okay. Like, I hate saying I don't hate saying that, but I feel like it's like I explain to people that like there's like this sort of social expectation that relationships are one of like those things that we first talked about when we first started talking, that dating and relationships are something that like is sort of like meant to be like this thing that you have to strive for. And it's not that I'm not striving for it, but it's that like I've done it, I've experienced it, I know it will come when it's supposed to, and so until that happens,
what else?
Like there are other things to be done. Like I can't sit and I cannot be sitting out in my little castle waiting all day for some boy. Like I got things to do, you know? Like, and it's just like I don't know, like I'm happy. Like I know it is genuinely uncommon for like 26-year-olds to be happy, late 20s to be happy, but I am, and that's not to say that I've got all the money in the world, like all that I get to have every luxury I so desire. No, it's just that what I need and what works for me, I'm getting, and I know right now the only thing that is lacking right now is like an environment where there are people who enjoy the kind of fruit that I provide. That's the only thing that's missing in the grand scheme of things. That's not a bad gig, you know? Like if the only thing that I'm missing out on is that, I'll be okay for a little while, you know? Like I can sit, I can wait. Like the fruit's only gonna get more and more refined as time goes on. Like that's how we make beautiful wine. Like we get more experience. So it's like I'm just not losing sleep over it. Like I've had beautiful relationships. I've had ones that have brought me to my knees. Like I know the work that it takes to put into them. I know that it's gonna be hard. I know that I can handle the challenge. I'm just not like seeking that particular challenge out because I don't like need to. Like, like, I don't know. Like, it's so weird to say that, but I'm just like, oh, would it be nice to have a boyfriend? Sure. Like, yeah. But like, like, whatever. Like, and that's such my honest opinion. It's just like, whatever. Like, but I don't want people to hear that and then think that I think I'm better than, that I'm above the program, and that I think I'm better than relationships, and that they're not for me. And it's not one of those you just haven't met the right guy yet. It's like, no, I've met great guys. Like, baby, when someone gets a chance, they're swinging big. Like it's good. Like I'm okay. Like trust and believe kind of thing. Like when the opportunity arises, of course I'm gonna entertain it. Yeah. But if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I know that another opportunity will come along. Like, and that's fine. Like I don't know. Like I do know actually. I'm gonna stop saying I don't know. I do know.
I think I always say like I don't know isn't an answer, but it is because It's not an answer, but it is in contradiction because it gives you something to say. It's like the comma where the period should be, but it's also that kind of.
But it also shows, I feel like it's like it expresses a lack of understanding. Clearly, I don't know exactly what I want, but I know that I'm okay.
But you do, like, so it's like it's a word that I'm looking for, and I can't, like, it's on the tip of my tongue, and I can't even think of it. But it's sort of like a like, you know what you want. You know what you want. It's just you can't say it. You can't.
I can't have it right now.
You can't put it into words.
Yeah, it's like I'm genuinely just like I know what I want, and I know I unfortunately can't have it. It's like not gonna give in my.
I don't think it's not that you can't have it. I think it's more so of, you know, like you said, you're not in the environment where
that likelihood is prominent.
There's more than enough people that can say, okay, I have experience with that fruit. I like that fruit. Like,
exactly.
I can identify with that fruit.
Exactly.
Like, but
not enough people have tried this fruit, and also I can't let everybody try this fruit.
Like, it's like it's a sacred thing. I also feel like with the whole dating situation, like, I always want to be able to say, like, a person quite literally, they feel comfortable not just with me, they feel comfortable with themselves, they find themselves.
Oh, yeah.
They find themselves, especially not just with me, but in that experience with me. Like, I don't ever want someone to be like, okay, well, I was with you, and now I can't be with anyone else. Like, I want you, like, I said it to, you know, the relationship that I always will feel like is unfinished. Like, if you ever find someone,
I'll get over here on my fly.
If you ever find someone who is different from you and you want to try, like, explore that. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
But I also don't ever want to.
Curiosity.
Alright, but I'm not up here yet.
I also.
I have a better idea.
I kind of
What's two of them? I want to be desired by someone who, yeah, though society may not agree, but we are in 2025. We are in a.
And
whole
I really
new,
don't give a fuck.
We are in a whole new. I don't want to say we're in a whole new place because I feel like history is just like.
We got too much shit going on to be worried about who's kissing who. I'm so sorry. We got bigger problems.
Girl, if you want to kiss me, just kiss me. Like,
right. Like,
and
we don't even gotta put a name to it, a label to it. Just like do what feels right.
I remember saying to someone, like, I want to just kiss you. Like, that's it. Like, and it wasn't, I don't want to kiss you. It was kissing leads to more.
Oh. Doesn't have to.
And that's what I said. And it's like, you know, but I have to respect you.
You do.
I have to respect. But I also
have to.
I remember writing, and this is how deep I get in love. Like, I'm writing you letters. Like, with
Love
me
letters.
writing you letters is quite literally, and I explained it too, like, I don't want to mess up the possibility of having a really dope friendship. Like, I don't want to mess that up because I feel like in order for you to be a lover, you have to be someone's friend too. And if the love fails at any point, and I don't want to say love never fails because you're sharing love, but if at any point the love doesn't work out, we still have that friendship. We still have something that connects you and I. And I want you to be able to go off and experience life and continue to do those things. Like, I'll be there, but, you know, I'll be experiencing my life, but we still have something that bridges us. I explained it as, you know, in so many times of why I no longer seek people out is because I can feel something, and because you don't feel that, I'm no longer able to feel that. Like, it's like not opposing being rejected or having struggles with rejections, but if your feelings don't align with mine, like it's like my feelings are invalid now. Like you can't feel those for me because I don't feel that for you. So it's like I don't seek out people anymore. But with these letters that I was writing, and I wanted to write another letter, but it's like I feel like I've already said everything that could
And
be
some
said.
things are better left unsaid.
And it's like, you know, that feeling of me expressing in these letters very deeply how I feel. It's like now when you read those letters, it's like you see all of that. Yeah, I do. Like even if you didn't show it to me, like it's me being not just a yearner for love, but someone who feels very deeply with love. Like I resonate with love because not just because like I lack it, but I want to share that with you. Like I've come to your tree not to take your fruit, like
Genuinely.
not to just take your fruit, but to nurture you. And like even if there's no downpour of rain, like I've come with water to like
Absolutely. I got buckets, baby.
I've come to do that.
Like, I will
you.
water you.
And it's like I feel like when people are not there, not just in a, you know, you're not there in your sexuality, but like if you're not there to receive and you just are so used to giving, receiving is like it's this foreign object, like
Yeah.
so
That, I feel like the not receiving thing, I feel like is something that like I recently am like battling with. Is like this is why probably a piece of it's probably why I don't want to be single, is because I'm just like I don't want to receive love from almost nobody right now, and I know that's not, and I recognize that's not good.
right.
But I'm like, I know the love that I'm giving myself right now is enough. Does that mean that I can't get love from other places? No. But it just means like right now, in that way, I feel like that love is so powerful, and I feel like you need the right scaffolding to handle that love because it's heavy. You know, like real, true, authentic love is heavy, and I currently don't have the strength to hold it up. And sometimes I feel like we have to recognize sometimes it's only gonna be just one of us holding up, and it's not gonna be like that all the time. But there will have to be moments when one of us is holding up all the love for the two of us. And I'm not in a position right now where I know I can do that for somebody. I would drop it on us, and rather than putting myself in that situation, I would rather abstain until I get to that place. Well, I know if I can handle it until I try. No. So at some point, I'm just gonna have to do it. However, right now, no job. And that's okay.
It is okay. Like
We'll get there.
and I don't ever want to like I don't want to keep saying like but like try my spaghetti, like I don't want to do that.
No,
but,
I've
like,
tried. I will try the spaghetti. Like I know I need the spaghetti.
That's where like I feel like where you are, I'm the opposed. Like you know, yes, I want to give you this because
I know my love is heavy. Sorry, not to cut you off.
no. Like I think that's where like I kind of like again like stopped seeking out people because it was always you're too intense. Like and it's like I don't know how to be any other way. Like I've been called intense, I've been called nonchalant, I've been called shallow, I've been called this, I've been called that, and it's like I'm not these things. I'm not everything. Like I can't say that I'm nonchalant because I'm very sensitive. Like things do affect me, they do trigger me, they do make me feel in the ways that they're meant to make me feel, even if they're not intended to. I don't want to say like I've ever been careless. I've tried, and it's like that goes against who I am. Like I know that I'm sensitive, but as far as intense, like when I love you, I can't help that. I can't help that I want something with you because I'm not going to deter myself from having that. Like in my most recent book, it was like
Name drop.
Sonder. It was like I went chapter by chapter, and each chapter had a vocab word. And one of the chapters was motif.
Ooh, okay.
And what you experience is sort of like a mirror of what I'm experiencing, even if it's in different times. Like, I feel like with me being on not the opposing end of love and receiving love, but just being in a space where, okay, if I have love, I have love. If I don't, I don't. But
I have
I'm
a lot
at
of
peace.
self-love. Like,
I'm
I
at
have
peace right now
yeah.
with me. Like, I can give myself all the love that I'm seeking, but it's like for someone not to come up and ask me for that love, but for me to kind of give that love to someone else. Like, right now, I'm loving me. Like,
Yeah. You have to.
and I feel like for me, I'm on the opposite. Like, I feel like I've loved myself for so long that yes, I would love to know what it feels like to have someone, and it's not to say that people haven't loved me, but to have someone currently love me the way that I love them, if not more. Like, I'll accept your intensity. Like,
Yep.
I know that love is, like you said, that shit is heavy. Like, I feel like, do I want to be married? Do I want to have kids? Absolutely. But right now, if a partner came to me and, wanted to give me all that love that I harbor, absolutely. Like, I would be scared. I would be scared, but I would want to nurture that so much where I don't want to operate in fear. Like, I want to.
What is this? Mom!
Hi.
Let's go for here.
Whatchamacallit, like, I have all this love that I want to give, and I would love for someone to come in with just as much love, but just as much fear. Like, yeah, like,
See, I think that's kind of where I'm at. Is like, I need someone to really have it figured out. Like,
you got to come strong with it.
and I think that's also what it is. Is like, I think also there's like I'm not saying there's from you, but I feel like there's a misconception that like I haven't experienced real love, so therefore I don't know what I'm missing out on. And I think that's also what's in my head. It's like this perception that when I tell people this, that they probably don't realize that like I've been in intense love, like sliding down the wall. I will kill for this man. Like, like I've been there. Like, it's happened. Like, let a man stay in my house type of love. Like, I've been there already. I've done the things. Like, I've done the radical acts of love for sure. And it's just knowing that, and it's just knowing like I wouldn't change it for the world. And I was like, I'm very happy that I did that. Very happy that I showed up for that person.
Why?
Because it's just one of those things when it's just like, if you would have told like 4th, 5th grade me that like all the girlies that I used to hang out with would end up being gay, I've like no shot. Cause like in my brain, I was really like the only gay out in the trenches.
Like at the time, I would say like middle school me, of course, like you, and I absolutely, I hate when people say that, oh, well, they're a kid, they don't know.
Girl, please.
A kid knows, but they don't know how to define it.
They don't have words for it.
They don't have words for it, and it's like, especially if you're not, I don't want to say there weren't people in my life that were gay. I didn't know. Like,
right. And most of us don't know.
I don't know, but it was like, it wasn't like one of those things where, oh, if you're gay, like you're abomination kind of thing. Not in my life, it wasn't, but
same. Actually.
We just kind of, it just wasn't like talked about that much. So,
wait, where's the bathroom? I have to figure that.
I couldn't even tell you. I think in the Salt Museum there's one.
Where's that? Oh.
What we passed, or
is there gonna be one here?
I think so. If you go in there.
Okay, she's refreshed.
Relieved.
Yeah, actually.
I think I want to say we talked about everything.
So many things.
And like I was
That's
so
good.
glad, like literally, like I said, when I was writing the 3 things that we kind of talked about, you literally text me. You were like, we should have a yak, and I'm like,
Yes, because I
it
like
was
it.
perfect
Yeah.
because, like I said, like you don't really get to have deep conversations like this. Like, even if you do have friends like that, even if you do have relationships with people like that, I feel like
It's nice to get to hear from someone you typically don't.
yeah,
And I'm like, oh, okay, didn't think about it that way.
yeah,
That's gonna stick with the brain for a little while.
like it feels good to like also be able to like express yourself in a way that you normally don't.
Absolutely.
I feel like where we are right now, I feel like the little versions of us
Or clapping and cheering.
very, very
They're
much
gagged.
so.
They're
Like,
gagged. They're like, whoa. No one saw this in 2025.
who'da
Like,
thought?
nobody
thought?
saw this coming. I think that's perfect.
Like, I think, and like I said, like I'll always give you your flowers for always just being you. Like, not even like just sexuality with appearance, none of that. Like just being you, being someone who loves people openly, and then to add sexuality and to add appearance on top of that, it's like I'm me. Like you can be you too. Like
Absolutely.
Even
like I'm not stopping you. I promise.
even in the world that again, like you don't have many people that are willing to express themselves where they are. Like they have to go over here or they got to move this place to like be themselves, and it's like I'm where I am. I'm where my feet are, and if I choose to move, if I choose to like go elsewhere, I'm taking me with me.
Absolutely.
So like I love that. Like and
Yeah.
I love
Because I'm just like, it's like we said at the beginning, it's like you only get one you. You're with yourself 24/7 of the time. Like, who else am I gonna be if not myself? Like, I have no time to try to figure out how to be someone else when I know exactly how to do this. Like this, and I do it well.
it's natural.
Like, I do this very well. You get exactly what I'm selling every single time I show up in a room. There's no confusion about it. And I'm grateful for that, like that people finally, I feel like people are really starting to understand me. Like, it may not all make sense, but they understand, oh, this one's a little different. This one's a little kooky. We kind of, there's some,
we need that.
there's some extra whimsy to this one. I'm like, yeah, there is actually.
I like when you talk about like us as kids. It's like as a kid, absolutely. Like I knew. Like you didn't have to tell me. Like I was like, I always saw you like this is my brother. Like this is my best friend. Like I don't.
And we've been through very similar experiences. Like just talking to you, I'm like, whoa, we've lived very like totally different lives.
Yeah.
But also like they parallel to each other. So like
this is someone that even if again I'm not in every season that you have, you're not in every season that I have. I feel like when you appear, and like I don't want to like I hope that it continues, but like every time that like you appear in a season for me, it's a transitional season, and like
that's what I'm good for.
I appreciate.
That's what I do.
Like, and I feel like and I say this to like every friend, like I appreciate the growth that you make, even if I don't see it firsthand.
Thank you, girl.
And
I'm tired of growing.
Like, I know.
Like, I've been growing so goddamn much. Like, and it's not gonna stop. Like, the growing does keep going.
Like, you appear, so that's like, what's something that shows up in your life randomly, and it's like a wink, like a glimmer. Like you don't see it all the time, but like you know when something is like on the brink of being good, like it shows up. And it doesn't have to be a thing. It could be like a song, like it could be something. Like
I feel like when I feel like life is lifing in a really good way, I feel like it's not any specific person or thing, but I feel like anytime I know I'm doing really well when old things pop up, and it's not to say that like I'm not letting old habits rest
right.
or letting people that were my past like just leaving them there, but I think like life has a funny way of just being like this person, like people will check in such a way that isn't really checking in,
They were
but
like
it
a
just
test.
yeah, it's just kind of like yeah, it's like a little test. It's like okay, this person hasn't been here for a little while. Last time they were here, you did this. Let's see what you're gonna do this time because you
Right.
said you weren't gonna do the same thing twice. And so like I'm seeing that happens a lot for me where like people do show up in cycles.
Right.
Um, in both a good and a bad way. I feel like this is a perfect example of it. Of like, if you were like here like a month ago, oh, we were going through it, but it was like in a really good way. Like, and I feel like I've been going through a transition for a minute now. I think it's just as I approached to 20, once I got closer to 27, I turned 27 in 2 weeks, literally from today.
Yeah.
So I'm like, now that I'm like really grappling with what that means, it's like, and I feel like I've just been hitting like a sweet spot with life. Like this past summer was really good for me. Now it's like, and this past week was like the worst week I've had probably all year. Um, Ironically enough, it's like okay, I was doing really good because something bad, not bad things, but a new challenge arrived this week, and it's something
Right.
I've never had to deal with ever before, and I don't know how I'm gonna navigate it, but
You will.
I know I will navigate it. I know I will survive,
Mhm.
and me sitting down here with you is reminding me like life still goes on. Like
Right.
there are still good people that will come around that will pour into you, and they will show up in ways that you didn't like. Here is someone pouring into you in a way you did not expect, that you did not anticipate. Nonetheless, it feels so good. It feels very familiar. It's comforting, even. And I feel like life has a good. Life is just good for that for me.
Mhm.
With bringing someone like that, and obviously it's always like I want them to stick around. If they don't, it's okay. They're just obviously whatever. But even if I just get like someone for like a little just like a little mid-season cameo, I'm like, this is good. Like I needed this. Like this is really comforting for me. So yeah, I don't know.
I think honestly, it's two things. Like
Tell me more.
one, it's you. Like, and I
That's
had to
funny.
like, I said it to myself when we saw each other the other day. Like I left, and I'm like,
That never happens.
no, seriously. Like every single time I'm in this transitional period. So I want to say the last time, like just off of memory, was when I first came back here, and
Where we see each other.
I think it's like Cecil Center or something like that. And I was filling out like paperwork.
That's so funny.
Literally. So
That's such a different. Whoa. If you saw me at the Cecil Center, that's so
I'm
funny. That
telling
was a
you, like,
bad
that
era
was
for me.
me coming back here,
Mm-hmm.
and
Was I working?
yes, and
Oh.
that year was, I don't want to say it was the worst year, but it was a year of, okay, you're going to do, I don't want to say well, but you're going to go through a new cycle of, all right, we are considering ourselves to be a butterfly. You are now in the caterpillar stage, and the caterpillars are somewhat slow, and it'll be that survival. Like,
Was that 2021 or 2022?
I think that was 22.
Okay.
And with,
Summer?
I think it was fall. Well, yeah, fall going in, not fall going into summer, but it was fall.
Going into 2023.
It was like seriously like around this time.
Okay.
And
Wow.
I
Wow, yeah.
literally, I lost my car that year, and I think that moment really like set something off in me where it was like, all right, I've had to like deal with other things before, but that part right there set me into, all right, no slacking, you got to get on your shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm leaving this job, I don't know what's next. Literally, when I saw you, it was like, okay, you are now in a new phase, you're in a new season. And
That was funny.
in that was my first year of teaching.
Hey.
And like I had that year.
Would you ever go back to teaching?
I want to, like, the goal is to become a professor.
Dr. West.
Yeah, but like right now it's like to build up CG Studios as multimedia group, and then down the line like venture into anthropology and sociology, become a professor for that. But I think like right now, and like this is the new phase, like
So we're gonna have another episode, is what you're saying.
yes, like, and I appreciate it because not only is that like a wink for me, but it's also like a reminder to me that you have people, like you're not like, I always go through this
That's so funny to me, because
this thought.
you're like my era reminder, but on the opposite end, you're like my, oh, this is the end of an era. Like
Yeah.
I'm like finishing up something very hard right now, and
So
like
now it's like life is like,
Yeah.
I never, like, I always tell people that you're not stuck, you're still. So we often confuse our stillness with stagnation, and it's like it's kind of hard to like come out of that. Like with me, it's a reminder that you're not alone. Like, even if again you're not with somebody every step of the season, there are people there and they'll
They're there.
show up, and it's like
and we can ask for help.
you can ask for help, and you're not in a space of where you used to be. And like you said, life is going to show up for you when, okay, I'm going to test you now. Like, you've been studying for this long.
Yeah,
You had
I
this
have
test,
been.
and now you got a new test, and it's like, all
There's
right,
new material. We gotta learn.
we're here now, all right? If you're closing this chapter, what did you learn? Like, let's do some comprehension now. Like, let's do a Q&A. Like,
Let's do some review.
give me something. And when you can successfully pass that chapter and like not close the book, but go on to a new chapter, fresh start, doesn't matter how many pages you want to add to it, you can actively be engaged in it. And you know now, okay, well, all right, life is sort of like not stuck, life is still. I'm not in a bad space. I can take a little break when I need to, and not feel shamed about it. Or if relationships right now are not for me, I don't feel shamed for giving it a break, or again, existing while shit is going on.
Yeah.
Like, it's so many things that I feel like we've gone through and we've grown through, and I feel like life's not done with us yet.
No, not even
And
close, girl.
Our book of life is still being written. And,
Absolutely.
like, I like this new chapter.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited. Like,
This might be my most challenging one yet, but I'm excited for the challenge because I've had it. I'm not gonna say easy, but I've had it kind of good for a while now. I'm like, okay, I've been kind of living, and like life hasn't really bothered me.
Like,
So
it's, for me, it's the opposite. Like, I feel like not bothered so much, but like feeling like I have so much to take care of. And it's like, okay, you are now in a space where you make your own schedule, and you kind of, and I keep mentioning like my morning messages. Like, I wrote that tomorrow has to come. And you
Quite
have
literally.
to prepare, you have to tell yourself, are you prepared or not for the day? Because the day is going to come. Like,
Correct.
life is going to continue with or without you. And whether or not you're present, things are still going to continue to go on. So you have to put yourself in a position where, all right, where I am and what I asked for, I'm living in a prayer that I once prayed for. So I have to just, I got to be present.
Yes, be present.
I got to be where
Oh my
feet
God,
are.
I could have told you that, Diva. Yeah, you gotta be present in the moment.
And I also say, like, what made me feel really, and it's always good when I see you, not just because I know that it's a wink from God or it's like a wink from the universe that I'm on like right path, but like the way that you speak, like you affirmed, like you didn't, I don't even think you, like, I don't think you caught it, but you were like, she does everything, she does this, she does that, she does this, she does that, and it's like, it didn't feel like, oh, like, she doesn't stick to one thing. Like, no, she does this.
No, like,
this,
and I'm
this.
like, I have examples if you need them.
And it's like, it feels good to know, like, even if, again, you're not in the day-to-day of the season, or
I pay attention for when I show up. Like,
people see that, and it's like, I have to understand, and that's like that, like you said, that inner work of me, of understanding you're not by yourself. Like, even if no one's like, and I try to get other people to understand it, and it's like, okay, like, you gotta understand it too. Like,
well, yeah.
for the people who are not where you are and they're not doing it at the degree that you're doing it because of circumstances, or just, I don't want to do it. Like,
right.
I'm
good on that.
I'm good, or like I'm lazy, or like whatever the reason is that you're not going on your path and being able to do it by yourself. You have people that, again, you departed from in a season that you were with each other every day, and you guys you're on your own paths, and at some point you're going to cross paths again, and it's always going to be love. It's always going to be affirmations that are passed on, and it's like,
we all deserve to have that. Like,
try this fruit from my tree.
Yes, please. I'm obsessed. Like, I'm gonna tell my friends actually to try the fruit. It's amazing.
I love this. Like, I'm grateful.
Like, this was like a good little reminder. I was like, okay. But it's also just like a good reminder because it's like, I talk so much about how, like, I said earlier about how, like, my story constantly feels like I build people up and I fix them, and then I don't see them ever again, or I see them in passing. But this doesn't feel like that, and I feel like I've known you so much, and I feel like I have, like obviously you done all the work, but I feel like I've gotten to witness it and be around for so much of this, for so much of the foundational stuff, that it's cool to now be on, like, whatever, like, we're now 15 plus years, like, on the other side of it, and like, whoa, this is like people are doing things, like, I picked out the right people in my life early on without even realizing it, and now here I am, and they're showing up, like, you're not gonna understand this, but it's like, I needed this more than, like, I'm gonna give weight to right now, but the journal will hear about it, I'm sure, but it's like, I needed this probably more than I, like, care to admit to, and it was just one of those things when it's like, okay, like, the relationships you are building, the people that, like, you surround yourself with, like, they're going to show up, and, like, they're going to show up when it matters, kind of thing, and, like, having to just remind myself about that, like, yeah, I am alone a lot of the time, or, like, I do things by myself, but I'm not alone, per se, and that's just, like, a good feeling. I'm like, okay, I know how to, like, pick out the right people in my life, like, that's just, like, affirming.
It's all not just up here, but it's in here too.
Absolutely.
And the more that we go here, before we go here, it's like, I'd rather start appreciating the peace in which I have, and not so much look at the people who are no longer there. And it's not to say, like, again, I don't feel like bad that they're no longer here,
right,
but you gotta grieve that, and it's like, you gotta appreciate those that are still there in your presence. And it's
very
like
that. And it's like, I felt it's good because it's like, I feel like there's never, like, a sense of absence. Like, obviously we don't talk frequently, but there was never a sense of, like, I'm like you're no longer in my life kind of thing.
Right.
Whereas there's certain people where I'm like, oh, I like this feels like hollow. Like there's now a hole here. There used to be a person here who is no longer here. I feel like with this, it was like it's never felt like that. It's always just kind of like this is this person. They showed up in my life and they were like we like built this life together. Now, like you said, like we grow and now we show up and we have our fruit whenever we can, and it's just like. That's just like successful adulting. I'm sorry, like that's getting it right. Like,
We shall hug now.
just wait. Can you also take pictures of me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna take pictures of the water.